Hello, everyone, and welcome to the GDQ Hotfix. Today we're showcasing PB Precipice. I am your host, Fance, and regular watchers may know something a little off and is like, hey, this isn't ADEF. Where's ADEF? Well, unfortunately, ADEF's feeling a little bit under the weather today. So to let him rest and recover, I will be taking over hosting duties today. And before we get into our showcase today, which is going to be Katana 0, normal all stages with Katana, a couple quick announcements. We have a all-women speedrunning event coming up next week. That's February 27th, Frost Fatales. And that's going to be running February 27th to March 5th. And you can type !FF in chat or go to gamesdonequick.com/framefatales for more info. And of course, if you're watching on YouTube, be sure to go to twitch.tv/gamesdonequick if you're interested in looking at our live content starting weeknights at 7 p.m. Eastern and weekends at 1 p.m. Eastern. Okay, now we can get into the thick of things. I am here with Pleasantly Twisted, who's going to be running Katana 0 here today. Getting into the run itself, what category are we going to be looking at today? Any things we should know about with all the swords and everything that's involved in this game?
Alrighty, so hi everyone. If you saw UBAF, it's me again, and now I'm in regular clothes. I look like the average everyday bum. Don't worry.
You look great.
I don't always dress up, but when I'm hosting, I dress up. So today's category is going to be all stages, and we're doing it on normal. We're not doing hard. I don't know how to do the hard run yet. And we are using a katana. Now, the katana that I'm using is going to be actually the prism sword, and it's the exact same thing as a katana, except now everything is filled with rainbows. If I could put glitter in it, I absolutely would, but it's just rainbows. And a lot of people who've watched my channel will know the first half of the game I have pretty down pack. It's the second half where we see a lot of time getting tacked on. So I'm going to be focusing really heavily on trying to clean up a lot of that stuff. If you've looked at some of the runs previously, you'll know that the Prism Sword is actually a lab sword, but it does not count in the lab sword category, specifically because it's 1-to-1 for the katana. It's the exact same thing, just one makes blood, the other one makes rainbows. And overwhelmingly...
A pretty important distinction.
And everyone overwhelmingly is like, hell yeah, rainbows, let's go. So we use the rainbow sword. It also helps that I'm queer, so I'm just like, well, this is my sword now. This is the queer sword. What do you mean I'm using a regular one? That's weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a couple of lab swords
Awesome.
that are really weird too. So that's the distinction, because some of them do change it.
Now, I was checking up on your streams lately, and I couldn't help but notice that you actually PB'd yesterday. And my question for you is, why are you making life difficult? You could have done that on the big stage,
Okay,
but
but
no,
listen.
You're always grinding for the best
Okay,
time.
listen,
So
I didn't plan on PBing yesterday. So, because I planned on yesterday being like, you know what? We're going to work on some consistency. We're going to work on some of these core areas. And I'll probably do about 2 good runs, give or take. And the first one I did, which is going to be similar to our first run today, it was nowhere near PB. I was kind of getting warmed up, getting figured out, and just going through it and saying, here's what I need to work on. Here's what I'm having struggles with. And then the second run of the entire stream, I just jacked in and was just like, I have to get a PB now. And I don't know why my brain did that to me, but it did. And so when it ended, I just had a moment of sitting there being like, I have to beat this tomorrow. I have to beat this.
the classic accidental PB.
Oh, God, I have to beat this tomorrow. Good God. But my personal goal at the end of all this, I'm not going for world record. World record is 15 minutes and 17 seconds. And there's a lot of high-level strats in that. Right now, my personal goal is sub 25. That's my personal goal. But right now, we're working on sub 30, since my PB is apparently 30 minutes and 37 seconds.
It's so close. You're almost there.
Right there.
And I'm going to ask one more quick one before we get in there, because we're going to start off with a no reset run so everybody watching can understand the flow of the game, because this game is like nonstop action start to finish. It's wild and amazing to look at. Very pretty game. But this game is divided into stages, and are there any stages in particular that's you're going to be focusing on, or the really difficult ones to get through that the audience should be paying attention to throughout the run?
Yes, and while we're doing that, I'm actually going to fix my controller because apparently it turned off, and I need that to do things. The main ones that kind of beat me up are the Dragon Tape forward. So the Dragon Tape, you play a completely different character. It's a completely different set of skills because the main like core gameplay stays the same. But with your regular character, when you hold the left trigger, which I'm never gonna do, not even once, it slows down time. But with the dragon character, his whole thing is that he can kind of transport in a straight line, and anything that's in that straight line will automatically die. But just the same, it's a completely different section, and it's really, really enemy dense. So there's a lot of like, it's a really good spot to really sit down and think about how your strategies look for that room and for that whole segment. Dragon tapes are kind of my current Achilles heel, along with, I want my controller to turn on, along with the slaughterhouse, and then the first section of the bunkers. All right, my controller has went on strike, so let me go ahead and fix this really fast.
Okay. Good. I could give you something to stall with here. And, you know, when I went through this game, you mentioned like the left trigger slowing time. I used that as a crutch the entire way through from start to finish. And the speed run, as I get it, uses that like almost never, if like never at all. So was it like difficult going through and like going from like your casual playthrough, utilizing slow time, to just doing everything at full speed?
Yeah, so it's definitely an adjustment because when you're going through the game very casually, you're like, oh, I'm following the story, and there's all these things that are happening, and there's like this little girl, and there's like the dragon reveal and all this other stuff, and then there's a psychiatrist, and we don't talk about the psychiatrist, but there's a psychiatrist, and like you're really just immersed in it. Swapping over to not using the slow time isn't as bad as one would think. But the big things about the speed run, I think, that are important that you don't know unless you start looking at guides and whatnot, is adjusting the game for speed run purposes. So to make this as smooth as possible, we have things like screen shake turned off. The freeze frame that happens when you get the kill doesn't happen anymore. And then there's something else that we turned off. But basically, it's to make it extremely smooth. And then you kind of can see like an actual clean line of everything that's going on. So going from using slow to not using slow, it's an adjustment, but once you start using it, I'm almost gonna say it's kind of addicting because you just get to go fast. You just get to go fast.
Who would have thought? Everything we love about speedrunning, just going fast. It's just fun. Gives me a rush all the time, like getting all those new times and PBs. How are we looking on the controller?
I have control of my game.
We have power.
We have power.
So I'm gonna toss it over to you. I think it is time we get this first no reset run started. Get excited, everyone.
I'm super nervous. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm excited to watch this.
I'm like really nervous. But the other thing that's important about this is I'm just letting people know now. My first no reset run, it's not going to be a PB. I know that it's not because I'm one of those people that I absolutely need to warm up my hands and all that and get situated. And I expect this to probably be at least a smooth 40 or 45, give or take, but I'll talk about some of the run as I'm going to. And I already see some people in chat kind of talking about it. Fellow runners, thank you so much. We appreciate you being here. Again, I am still very much a newbie for a good chunk of this. So there's going to be things that I might say that may not be correct, but I promise you I am trying my best. I promise to everything I am trying my best. But yeah, like I said, we just completely disabled the slow-mo. I don't care about death counts. Ooh, we could do one with like no timer. And I think my controller is actually in the process of just straight up dying. So I might switch controllers entirely. Because it's being very sticky.
Yeah, we could take care of that now if we need to. Just make sure you have everything you need ready to go before we get into the thick of things.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and switch to my wired controller, which kind of sucks because I prefer the wireless one because I have less issues with getting stuck on my cord and getting really bothered by it. But if the wireless one wants to be on break, it's on break. It is on break.
Yeah, maybe the PB last night was too strong. Your controller's like, I need the day off.
You know, I'm gonna go with that actually. All right, I think we're good. So yeah, my current high score with all best segments is 27 minutes, and it actually keeps me up at night. So we'll go ahead and get started. We will go ahead and get started. So the first thing you'll notice is that there is an in-game timer, and I think a lot of the runs actually use that. The timer doesn't start until I actually hit X here. So you can keep this here and talk for 8,074 years, which is something I do on my channel all the time. But because I'm on GDQ, I'm actually gonna go ahead and get started.
Oh, that was brutal. So for those of you who don't know or haven't played Katana Zero, pretty much everything in this game, including you, dies in one hit. So you need to be very careful with your dodges, with your like ricochets, and just making sure you avoid any type of damage whatsoever, because there's no health. There's no health. It's just one hit and done.
And that applies for even in this room. We've got all these lasers. If you run into the lasers, you'll automatically die. If any of these men touch you at any stage at all, and that's a common issue that I have. If any of them touch you at all, you'll immediately die. So a lot of big fans of Hotline Miami are on this game. But then like for this first area, if you go too far forward, because you can see I'm inching, you'll just die. But ideally what you want to do, if you're doing the regular route, you'll just jump up through. The faster way to do that is actually going to be dashing up and then using just one hit to get through. So what I did there, go ahead.
Go ahead and you talk. I was just going to talk about some art related thing that I'm noticing here that I just left.
So yeah.
No, you have the more important stuff, so you always talk. You talk over me if I'm interrupting any awesome explanation here.
So for this area, like one of the things you want to do is you can just go ahead and turn the lasers off and on, and that'll kill some of the goons that are coming through. Because for whatever reason, even though they see the lasers go off and come back on, they don't stop. And so they'll just run right into them, which is why you don't have to worry particularly about killing every single one of them. A lot of this speed run that I'm currently working on to get some of my times better is making goons follow me. And that's going to be a really big aspect of the entire run, is knowing when you can keep moving forward towards wherever direction the exit is, and then figuring out how you want to actually get them to come into the line of fire. So you'll see it a couple of times in this particular chapter where I'm going to be going a direction, and then in anything that requires me to turn around, I'm going to try and ideally either throw things at people or set it up so that I don't have to turn around or wait for them to come through. So we just kind of saw that in the last area where we had a guy who came up the stairs. Oh, sorry. And instead of waiting for him to come up the stairs and then just kind of delaying it, I just throw it at him as soon as he hits the doorway, and then I'm ready to actually get started. And this is the other reason I didn't want to get this controller. I also have really long nails. And as a result, sometimes I hit the pause button.
Yeah.
So what happened?
I was wondering if that was going to be like some RNG manipulation or pausing to look at some enemy
challenge run at that point. It's like nails any percent. So in this particular area, you want to start the room over right away because you want them to be on the beginning cycle. And then this is something we were talking about before we got started today. What the hell happened there? Is if you jump at just the right angle, you can avoid being detected. But you have to jump straight up first, and then you can angle it down. So like up and over. This last guy at the very top, I'm still struggling with because he has a really, really sneaky window. And then, like I said before, anytime you can throw stuff back, you want to. You absolutely want to. I
love the aesthetic of this game, that vaporwave, old VHS style, coupled with like the music. It's just wonderful.
Yeah. And you saw some of it before. This area is going to see it a lot, where you don't want to actually have to turn around and kill stuff. Sometimes the mess just happens. These things happen and we get over it. But for the most part, I'm going to try and avoid having to go backwards as often as possible. When you get into later levels, that's going to get really, really hard because there's a lot of areas that... Oops, that was a bit of a premature kill. That works too. We're doing some sloppy things. Once you get into later levels, they're going to have a lot of back and forth. Oh, the quad always feels good. Oh, you punk. Get out of here.
God, I'm so nervous. Every single one of these rooms is like, where's the hit gonna come for? You just make it through and just like, how did you not get hit there?
Yeah. So this in particular, this room actually makes me angry because there's a guy that spawns here and I am currently having issues getting him to spawn. So you see him running across right now. There's a way to get him to actually proc earlier so that you don't have to wait for him to come down before you throw stuff at him. And sometimes I can get him to proc, other times not so much. And if someone is saying it in chat, I'm so sorry because I currently don't have chat up. But nonetheless, like the big things over the run are going to be making sure you're consistently rolling. You want to try and avoid getting a lot of airtime when you're moving around, just in general. And so like you'll have some cases where when you hit certain enemies, like the shield guys, they'll make you bounce. Bouncing is super irritating because you're airborne and you can't attack at the time. But then in other cases, you will, sometimes if you're hitting buttons too fast, you'll accidentally angle up while you're hitting, and then that makes things awkward. So for this whole area, the intended route is for you to actually try and sneak past all these men, but that takes 924 years and we're speedrunning, so instead of trying to sneak past, we just murder them. We literally just kill these men. Because
I don't think we're killing them. Like, I'm not seeing any blood here. I think we're just making them like so happy. No, they're still so ecstatic to see here. They're kind of like, they're laughing so hard and all the rainbow confetti comes out and, you know, they just pass out from laughter. And, you know, they're okay. Every enemy in here, they're fine.
it's like taking a happy visit to the dentist's office where it's like, this is fun. And it's like, in actuality,
Yeah.
it's not fun. So this area is one of my favorite areas to do, and there's actually a really cool strat here that you can do, but I am not high enough. Uh-oh, that's my fault. I am not high enough skill cap as of yet to actually pull it all the way off. So when we get into
This is unironically one of my favorite areas.
I enjoy this level because you can also do some really cool time-saving stuff here. But I'll talk about it when we get to the next section. So, actually, we're about to go into the next section, so I can just start talking about it. So the first thing is the cart kills people by default. The cart kills people by default. So you don't actually have to kill all those men. Now, I'm pausing it because I know it's a speed run, but I want to explain this. I've been lovingly calling this the swag strat because the first half of it is bypassing all these lasers without waiting for the cart. And the second part of it is using a guy's ricochet bullets to actually bypass an entire section of the level. And it's not a glitch, it's just being very, very good with manipulation of where he's shooting and timing. I can do the first half of it and I'm gonna try it, but for the most part, I still have to wait for the cart. See, and then I already messed it up. Yeah, I'm gonna try it one more time, then after that, I'm gonna take the regular route. Yeah, so that's the first half of it. Is just going through and being like, no, we don't listen to lasers, we don't respect those. The second half of it would use this guy that I just killed to use his bullets, and then as he's shooting, you can actually aim up off of them and ricochet to this platform above me. And it's a really dope strat. And I'm gonna wait until I get into like the 20s category before I start actually like taking it earnestly. Oh my god, that's the first time I've ever died to that, man.
There it is. It happens.
It happens.
That's never happened before.
Yeah, that's the first time
GDQ
I've ever died to him. This is the normal route where you would just go underneath it, and then you have to race to make sure you hit this in time, and then you open up the gate. If you're using the strat before where you just kind of bypass it, you don't have to worry about that gate at all because you're not gonna use this in any way, shape, or form. But yeah, that's the first time I think I've ever died to him. Because he usually doesn't make it past that.
Surely wouldn't happen twice. Yeah, all right, there we go.
Yeah.
So this shuffle you're doing, this little ninja shuffle you're going to move fast, is that the fastest way to move? Because, you know, it's a video game, it's a speed run. Just holding the analog stick to the right or left is never the fastest way to do things.
Yeah. Okay, why are a lot of these men just not dying today? I'm gonna wait for this guy. Yeah, that's gonna be the fastest way to move. And you have to actually be a little bit careful with it because if you shuffle too much, you won't actually keep up with it. Give me a second.
So it's not just spamming the buttons, it's a strict timing to this to get the most efficient movement you're doing.
And it's like almost a good, someone in chat probably knows it better than I do. I'd say feeling it out is not even a full second in between presses, but if you don't keep the consistency, you won't keep rolling. You'll actually have moments where you're gonna do, like here, I'm gonna try and like show it. Where you'll have, there we go. Instead of like getting the nice smooth rolls, you'll have moments where you'll actually be taking steps in there. And I know too that that's not like the worst time loss, but it still stacks up over time. So something else that's going to be really important, we also had another moment of that's never happened before last night, where you can die to doors if you don't go fast enough. And I'm going to play this safe. So the faster route that you can do there is you can actually just go through this bottom door, but I'm still having a little bit of difficulty trying to see where the timing is for some of the shots. So you can take the safer route that I just did, which is taking the smoke grenade, dropping it down, and then just killing all 4 of those men because they can't see you. Because, you know, the thinnest of thin smoke just confuses everything under the sun. So the whole premise of that level, you go through those, you get the 3 key cards, you walk out. And you still get one more room to do.
You know, this hotel seems very nice.
It's a very, very specifically beautiful hotel, I guess.
I mean, you definitely are giving it a new coat of paint.
Yeah, like the rainbow sword takes no prisoners. So this is the V fight, and the idea behind the V fight is that you want to hit him 4 times before he has a chance to hit you, and that'll automatically cancel the fight. The fastest strat is one that I'm still working on, where you can get him stuck in the corner on the left side behind my character, like you can see where I walked in, and then he will just kind of stay on top of you, and if you're in his body, you can spam down and attack, and it'll cause him to just take all 4 hits as he's respawning. I'm going to showcase the one specifically where you just have to wait for him to shoot, and then you'll be able to hit him. So there you go. And every time he shoots, he's gonna pull out his, no, every time he does the double dash, he'll pull out his gun, and then you just hit him. And every time he finishes the red dash, he's guaranteed gonna come through and shoot. So if he does purple,
very nice.
If he does purple, he'll do red right behind it to try and rush you down. And also, this is the best track of the entire game, and I won't be taking questions on the topic. I'm just letting people know that.
It's just you didn't express an opinion. You just expressed a fact. So.
These are facts. This is the best track in the entire game, like point blank. Period. I don't know how to help you with that.
I'm sure everyone in chat agrees.
I'm sorry. I will say I'm about to have people come in and be like, "Oh wow, you chose this over overdose, or you chose this over something else." Weird flex you got there, friend, but okay. Just play this safe. There we go. So that's what I meant by like the bounce. I just bounced off his reflect, but he at least died. So V's not dead. He's just very angry about his tracksuit. And then you get to go in here and beat these people up because, you know, everyone is very good at their job. Oh shit. Oh, I didn't mean to say a blue shell word. Sorry.
Nobody has ever uttered that word on GDQ, ever.
This is a very, very PG Christian Minecraft server.
I'm gonna have to have a strong talk to you during the break, Vanessa.
So sometimes here, V doesn't do his job. Oh, never mind, he did his job that time. So that guy died between V shooting him and the door, which I love that because that's less work for me because I'm already murdering, like, you know, so many people. If I don't have to murder all the people, I'm okay with that. So again, when you get later in the game, management of your item is going to be really, really critical. Oh, boo. Because you can use like flower pots, you can use all types of like bust. Anything that can help you with getting kills out is going to be primo. There's also going to be a lot of moments in the actual kind of like run-throughs where you're going to have a lot of cases of having to turn around really quickly and kill someone who you've since aggroed. Oh no, that's going to be a death. I also have the auto resets bound because if I know the death is coming, I'm just going to go ahead and just reset it. Okay, he's good. This man, this man. Sir, can you die when I swing at you, please and thank you? So there's a faster way to do this. Oh no. So there's a faster way to kill this bottom section, and that's using the Molotov to blow everything up. But for some reason, I'm just not very good at it yet. And in turn, this man likes to come upstairs which is super frustrating because I don't need people to know that I'm killing all of their friends. But yeah, you can ideally throw something down here and get those kills. But because for whatever reason, every time I try to do it, they're always perfectly out of range, I'm like, fine, I'll just go kill them, it's fine, I don't care. Another thing that's really important about a lot of these runs is using your jumps to close the gap for a lot of things. So you'll run into a lot of areas where you're gonna have stairs because stairs are terrible. And instead of having to go all the way up the stairs, you can use angle jumps to bypass it. So this is Mr. Kissy Face. This is also a bangers only type of track. Love this track. But I also, if you can tell, my big thing is the more bass, the better. And I just think this is some of the best boss music. Oh, and I messed up my last hit. Because I was talking. But that's fine, I'm trying to be entertaining. This is gonna be a lot going on at once, because anyone who's a part of the wine cellar will tell you. The big thing is I talk while I'm actually doing my runs, but it's a lot more challenging talking about the run itself. I'm usually talking about like what I'm eating that day. So Kissy Face takes 4 hits, he's out. This is probably my least liked level from a general standpoint. Mostly because my aim is kind of garbo. But also because, oh, that's not okay. Because some of these men are just really frustrating. Because I feel like I want to be able to throw backwards really bad. And I can't. And someone can answer that in chat for me. Did I make that up? Were you able to throw backwards in this stage ever at all and I'm just bad? It's okay if it's the case that I'm just bad. Like, I could have swore you could throw backwards. Oh, so something else that's happening here that I didn't talk about yet. So on this particular level, everything loads in based on sections. And what that means is as soon as you're done with a section, you'll see a disc appear at the very bottom. Whenever you see that disc appear, oh no, I almost got hit by a car. Oh, that time I got hit by a person. When that disc appears, what you can do is you can automatically hit the reload and that'll just take you to the next segment. So that's a little bit of a bonus time save there.
We did get a confirmation you can indeed throw backwards.
Okay, so then I'm just garbo. Because I try, and it's just like, what do you mean throw backwards? Get out of here, just hit the bullets. Why don't you just use the bullets like the good Lord intended? Because I can reflect backwards, no issue. So I'll have to actually lab that out some then. But I knew that I wasn't delirious. So you see, I just skipped that whole segment because it's gonna make you ride through and look at the scenic route of things. And now you have V, because this man is just literally the bane of your existence. We want Rose. Good, we got Rose first. So this is gonna be really easy pattern recognition. He comes in, if V is gonna shoot you, right before it, you're gonna have Rose. Now you have the scatter shot. I usually just like to ride around in a circle. That's the first time that's happened, because then you get this shot, and it's gonna be a series of them. You wanna try and be close when you hit that bullet, specifically because it's going to keep shooting, and you don't wanna be in that area when it's shooting. Because even though you can ricochet bullets, it'll usually only ricochet one at a time. So the other bullets are still, you know, kind of coming. And that one I just missed because I was too far up. But it'll just go on this same cycle. It's gonna be patterned every single time. Where they do straight lines, you have V, he does a single shot. He's the easiest one to deal with. Also, don't hit reset here because it'll actually reset the fight. I learned that the hard way.
Oh.
There's no way to just hit that and be like, okay, I'm in Chinatown now. You have to actually let that go through. Okay, so we do the bottle up that guy. So about Chinatown is where things start really ramping up, because you get shield bros that are going to be coming out much more often. You get these little nonsenses that I hate with a fiery passion, because they get to do their own little artillery fire thing on you. And then you're gonna have all sorts of other things coming in. So you're gonna have a lot more buildings, a lot more trajectories. Oh, that was actually fine. I actually reset for no reason. Oh, sir, if you don't... Oh, when they come down there and they're confused, like, why is everyone dying except me? Like, that's the worst. Actually the worst. Oh,
Now, I know you talked about the objectively best track in the game.
yes.
But my opinion, this is my personal favorite. I'm not going to say it's objectively best, but it does hit me on a personal level. I really like this one.
Y'all get out of here. These men are exhausting. These men are exhausting. The shield ones on this particular section is always what messed me up. Because they can't ever decide on how they want to die. So instead, I have to figure out which way they want to face, and I can't get those to aggro. Like, it's a really weird kind of situation, because there's a few things here that actually work really well, specifically when you aggro them. No, that's not what I want. I want here, here. Oh, that's actually way early. Wow, you accidentally got murked, my dude.
And what's the trick with the
problem.
shield enemies? Like, do you have to like just hit them from behind, get behind them, and hit them there? You can't attack them from
Yeah, you're
only one
supposed to hit
direction?
them. Yeah, you're supposed to hit them from behind, ideally. Ideally. They do take hits from the front where they can do, oh god, what was I gonna say? You can hit them from the front with certain objects, and it'll help out. That's what I want. That's what I wanted. I want to just use that to kind of blow those up. But yeah, shield bros, they kind of suck because you have to either get them from behind. Oh, I don't want that. I want them to aggro. That's what I want. So like here you can see if they hit you from the front, they will bump you. There we go. And
if you get hit by that car, does disaster strike? Or you okay, he's purely good.
Oh, sir, I will say please die. So you see he just got hit by the shield and then he just backs up or you bounce off of him. And they're super frustrating as a result because of that nonsense. Oh no. Oh good, I'm good. Sorry, I'm still doing nails %. So this is the dragon tape. If you follow the main story of the game, everyone in the game goes under the assumption that you're the dragon until you talk to your psychiatrist about it and he's like, wait, why did you hear this? Why do you know about this? Oh no. So the dragon has a whole different mechanic where he can kind of teleport in through people. Oh no, that's actually, I got that on the first attempt, which like never happens. And so here, you can go up here quickly as soon as the thing opens up, but I still like to play it a little bit safe because again, I am baby. And this is gonna be one of the more challenging rooms. This is gonna be one of the rooms where you need to neutral so that you can get everyone set up correctly. And I did that on the second attempt, and that is actually like my new PB for that particular area.
All right, so we just
usually
need,
I get
we just
stuck
need
there.
to do that with everything else going smooth, and we're going to be in good shape.
Right. I like to make this guy come down just so he can come into his demise. That's just a personal preference.
I do have a question, though.
I have to say this really fast for everyone watching. This is the fastest I think I have ever cleared Dragon, and it is less than 4 kills, and it's on the BS run. Oh my god. That is the
That's a good sign of things to come.
That is like the smoothest
done.
I've done that section.
Wow.
But now, what were you about to ask? I just had to put that out there.
No, absolutely. You interrupt me when you ever have something to pop off about, because that's awesome. That this is now the best you've ever done it. But I just wanted to know if you could like help me understand exclamation point neutral.
Okay, so exclamation point neutral. If you're in the wine cellar and you've been watching me do this for the past couple of weekends, you'll see that I make a lot of personal commentary. And a lot of that commentary comes from the fact that when it comes to Katana Zero, there are lots and lots of places that you need to what I just lovingly call neutral. And what I mean by that is there are certain things that it will work out better for you if you take the moment to just stand still. So that's not one of those moments. Mostly because if you're neutral rolling, that is completely different than when you're doing a forward-facing roll. So I'll see if I can demonstrate here real fast. So like, I'm gonna start from this area, and when I neutral, I go all the way here. Because if you're holding right or left while you're doing it, it'll give you more momentum. But as you can see, this is gonna be a death. But as you can see there, it changes up everything because your placement is now completely different. So yeah, neutral was needed because I had a bunch of areas that I was struggling on a lot because of the fact that I wouldn't take a moment to just stand there. And it was brutal. So everyone gets to yell at me exclamation point neutral when it's something where it's like, oh look, Vanessa's dying because she won't stand still. And it's literally the most brutal thing in the world. It's torturous even.
It's hard, as speedrunners to stop moving and wait patiently because we just want to go fast. Like surely we can go fast. Surely we can eliminate this. And that's not always the answer.
Oh no, that was actually my mess up. I just put the wrong order. So this is another room that I personally despise because of the fact that you have all these shield throws that are here. And I don't know why they have all these people with shields. Sir, please don't. But I need them to not ever. There's a couple ways you can do this room, but I feel like that one for me is the most consistent. Oh, that's not okay. Also, something else that's important is understanding how some of the different gun mobs work. So if you see the guys that are up here, they have shotguns. They will always, I didn't want to do that. They will always have a burst shot. Okay, something that's important about this particular area is that this whole bunker has cameras. And the way that the cameras work is if you get spotted on camera, it'll cause one of the characters to come up, he talks smack at you, and when he's done talking smack at you, he will send out a whole flurry of mobs. One, that's a problem because obviously there's a mountain of time lost having to do a horde rush while you're trying to go fast. But the other reason it's a problem is that ever since you get spotted, what'll happen then is every handful of seconds, there'll be a cursor that comes up, and it's that same character trying to snipe you while you're trying to navigate. So instead, what we want to do is we want to roll past those cameras so that he doesn't know that we're here. And you can find like certain placements to make sure you're there, and then you just bypass the cameras entirely, which means you bypass entire segments and you don't have to do horde rushes and you don't have to do the extra. This is the one camera that doesn't matter because you're at the end of the level.
How convenient.
And that's when you find out that this guy is like actually in some frozen nonsense mumbo jumbo. It's really weird, really awkward. He dies immediately. That's like the theme of Katana Zeroes, that everyone really just dies.
I thought nobody died at all. Like these lasers, I thought it's like one of those Star Trek transporter beams, just sends you to I don't know, back home or something. Or to the hospital.
These have murderous intent. So now what we're doing is we're heading down deeper into the bunkers, and each of these are going to be different levels that have different problems you need to address. So what I did there is I threw the Molotov up above me at an angle so that the corpse would forcibly go up and alert the other two people.
How many items can you hold at once?
You can only hold one item at a time, but the second that you hit B, the second that you hit B, you're no longer holding that item. So it's really critical to also just kind of be, I disagree with that, but whatever. Oh, that was just terrible. But it's really critical to just be mindful of if and when you're carrying an item, because of the fact that all items either do one of two things. They either A, can be thrown at enemies to auto kill them, depending on what kind of enemy it is, or B, it's gonna be a smoke. And the smokes are really useful for just kind of disorienting people, especially in cases like what I just did where you had Shield Bro and another person, and you can kind of just get those set up to... Alright, hang on. Oh, I tried to get away with that. Uh-oh. Also, when it says push any button to restart, this is your reminder to not push the roll button because you will start out just rolling. So this is probably one of my roughest areas, and it's rough just because of the fact that it's like, oh, there we go. It's just rough because ideally you want to jump down and kill these three men, but sometimes the guy behind me just gets the best of me. Oh no, that's not what I want. But yeah, these are the areas now that I was talking about previously where it's like, this is where I need to actually kind of like get a little bit more consistent. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Oh no. Okay, good, we got him. This is another case where you can go through the front. Again, I'm just gonna play it safe for the sake of making sure we get this done. And now we head out. And this man blows you out. This is my least liked area because it is absolutely atrocious with all these stairs. Stairs are the bane of my existence. I don't know why we have all these stairs. I hate them.
So
Actually,
are the stairs the true final boss here?
Yeah. In a lot of games, it's usually a camera. In Katana Zero, it's stairs. Because it's a lot of quick movement and trying to make sure that you're constantly moving down, but you also have at least one person per floor. There's not going to be a single floor that doesn't have a body on it until you're at the end. So that one I just messed up my throw. That one I just ate crud. That one I got really lucky. I should have ate crud there. Now we have our smoke.
This also seems like one of the longer sequences before a checkpoint. That was a lot of enemies to go through.
Oh, so this is my favorite pickup of the entire game because they give you a gun, and when you get the gun, you don't shoot it, you still throw it.
Yeah,
you
because
still throw it.
This character knows that sword beats gun any day of the week.
Clearly. Yeah, so you literally grab it with the full intent to be like, okay, I'm gonna shoot this. Just kidding, I throw it at people. Like, I just imagine someone being at their D&D table and being like, I choose gun and I throw it, and everyone goes, what? Oh, that was early. So what I'm gonna try and do here is I wanna get these men, and I wanna reflect this. Because then he comes out, he's alerted. I wasn't holding anything, so I need my cleaver. Oops. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna kill these, bounce that. Hit this guy, I'm gonna open and kill, and throw cleaver immediately. But then I'm gonna get hit by that dude because I'm scrubby. Oh, I didn't mean to throw that. So going back to the one item bit, you always can have one item at a time. And the second that you throw it, you go back to being barehanded. Sir, I need you to, I need you to actually shoot on time. Like we're on a schedule. So now we're gonna kill him, hit throw. And I also love the confusion face that a lot of them hit, where it's just like, I could have swore someone was here a moment ago. Did you guys see someone get murdered recently? And it's one of those things where you have to just kind of smile and grin at them and be like, no.
No, they're just sleeping. Yeah.
Why would you think that? I think this should be the last guy. Yep, we're out of here. We are out of here. So now this is somebody that functions as a boss. I actually really like this boss fight because I think she's super fun. Oh good, I got her over here. Now we got you. Got her. So that's the first wave of her fight. Always jump there because those explosions can kill you. We tell her to shut up, and now this is the final fight.
Good luck.
This fight is super cool because it really puts all of the things you've learned how to use at like large together. So now what we're gonna do is, like I said, we're gonna go up here, jump, get a hit in, and now he's dead. Time is actually gonna be once it goes to the screen. You wanna try and kill her really close, because if you do like a forward-facing slash, it'll actually cause her head to go flying across. It'll cause her head to go flying across, and then you have to chase that down. But then after you chase it down, you have to turn around and put it on the scanner because it uses her eyeball to scan and open the door. So if you do a downward slash on that kill, it'll cause her head to literally just stay right there, and you can just roll over and grab it. And you know, I'm not gonna lie, for that to be my sloppy run, that actually went pretty decently. Like, oh no, I should have never hit this button. Oh, I'm suffering. I'm suffering. So yeah, that's a Katana Zero run.
What was your PB before you got that awesome run yesterday?
My PB before yesterday was 32:36. So if I didn't PB yesterday, this would be a new PB, and we'd all be sitting here like, guess we're gonna like just putz around. But as of yesterday, my PB is 30:36.
Okay, and
so
that's
this is
in-game
not a
time
PB.
that's displayed here? Okay.
And I want to highlight something because I also really appreciate this screen because it obviously puts you against what your best segments are. And so I did mess up a good bit on the mansion, but I want to see where I lost some time. Yeah, that's the smoothest dragon I've done.
Yeah, look at that. Almost a full one. Actually, no, not 20 seconds.
That's a full
30 seconds.
That's a 30-second shave. Like when I say that dragon was smooth, that was the smoothest dragon I've ever done.
Wow.
And then it'll give you medals. So ideally, now I just need to get the dragon tape. Oh no, that's fine. So yeah, now my sum of best is 25, and you can't see it, but I'm actually suffering. Because before I started today, my sum of best was 27.
Wow, like that's a lot of improvement in only a couple days. That's what this show is all about. And
I'm screaming internally.
Yeah, so if Vanessa didn't pop off yesterday, that would have been a PB just on the demonstration, like where we're just introducing everybody about the run and how it goes. Like that was incredible. And now that you're not gonna have to worry about pausing and explaining about things and going through the rest of the show is gonna be you can go through and reset whatever you want. And that is going to be up to you, because for those of you new to PB Precipice, this is a show all about, kind of what it's like to be a speedrun streamer, what, people like Vanessa here do every day on their streams, where, you're grinding out runs, how it goes when you're not doing a no reset or on perfect world record pace, looking at those videos. Just what is the grind? What's the speedrun grind feel like? What does it look like? And Vanessa, very close to yet another PB. I'm pulling for, I think it can happen. I think it definitely happened. Like, you just need to do that amazing 30-second dragon tape gold again. That's easy, right? That's going to be easy.
See, but the problem is I'm like so hyper competitive with myself, because I'm looking at it now and I'm like, if I don't die, I bet you I can do the dragon tape in less than a minute. And that's what my brain goes to. And I'm warning chat, if you're ever thinking about speedrunning and you have that kind of brain, it is such a dangerous and deadly time, because it's always a case of being like, I just want to go faster though. But what if I go faster? But what if we went faster? And it's a lot. It's a lot. So yeah, that's a Katana Zero run. I saw some mentions in chat too about the story. Yeah, this is probably one of my favorite games that I've ever streamed, and it's also part of why I speedrun it. The story for it is absolutely spectacular. It's absolutely delightful, engaging. It's very dark. It is very dark, but it's still a story about you being someone who doesn't remember everything that happened on your journey to just be this kind of hitman. And there's a lot of drugs. There's a lot of drugs. Lots of kind of like plot twists, lots of different things that get revealed. There's a little girl that you wind up taking care of, and the Katana Zero community at large very much is in a state of reeling, because we are waiting for the free DLC that's supposed to be a follow-up to that, and we're all very, very excited about it. And it's almost, the developer said that it's going to be about 4 gigs of content. About 4 gigs of content. And as y'all can see, if you can beat this game in like a smooth, again, world record is 15 minutes and 17 seconds. 4 more gigs of content, like I need this to live my best life. This would be the best Black History gift. Is getting some Katana Zero DLC. What the? Sir, stay up, Dad. Get out of here. But now I'm just kind of going through it, and this is like what the grind looks like for me. I just talk. I kind of like hanging out. I kind of like to chill. I kind of like to just try things as I'm going. And then if I get some particularly ugly ones, then I will go ahead and reset. Like I have my own personal set of rules that I kind of follow where, wait, what? Yeah, like stuff like this, I just reset, because that man was not supposed to stay alive. But, well, because there's a lot of sections in general. The big rule of engagement for Katana Zero is you cannot go to the next section or the next stage until everyone in that section is dead. And I think I actually caught it right before I reset. One of the guys that came up didn't eat it on the lasers like he was supposed to. So in turn, that means that he got to stay alive and be like today's doofus. And the guy that you're rescuing is like, you can't rescue me until you actually kill everybody. And I was like, better idea. I'm just gonna reset. So yeah, a couple people were also talking in chat about control versus keyboard and mouse. One of the big reasons I originally said I didn't want to go for world record is because I don't like playing games like this on keyboard and mouse. So I just kind of was going to be holding my L. but like apparently some of the people who can get 16 anymore are actually on controller. But the big caveat there is that because you're on controller, you have to be a little bit more precise. Okay, that's what was supposed to happen. You have to be a little bit more deliberate in your movements. I know that I am very much team D-pad, which makes some people like actually want to scream. And then there's a lot of us that are team analog. But yeah, the mouse and keyboard definitely helps with things like, as it was mentioned in chat, downward parries, any type of other types of tech where you need to like speed up. Some other important things that happen that you don't quite see in the speed run, well, if you're not looking for it, is when you're going down things, like if you're going down a type of, I guess hall, it would still be a hall. If you hold down, it'll make you fall faster. I don't have a freaking thing. Oh my god, that plant is still on there. That's fine. So yeah, there's a lot of intricacies that come with this run. It's really, really dope. I also would wager that this is probably something that people would consider like not a good beginner run, just because there's so much going on. So like here for this spot, you can just hold down and you'll fall faster. You also want to be careful with stuff like that because of the fact that because he wants to hold on to the walls, he will 100% hold on to walls, and that will take you 920 years. Also, I will
literally 920 years. Yes. No, we'll be sitting here. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe that just happened. I don't think I've ever died on that, but that's okay.
Add it to the counts of that's never happened before. I think we're up to 3 or 4 today.
Yeah. So here's another thing. If people don't aggro and they stay put, they will always allow you to throw things across the screen to kind of just, okay, can you maybe not this time? They'll allow you to throw things across the screen and it'll always register, which is really nice because, you know, part of the ending for that in particular is there's a guy at the end that you're supposed to talk to. Hold on a second. I had a nose itch. There's a guy at the end that you're supposed to talk to, and then he tells you, you'll never catch me, and he just jumps off and commits suicide. Instead of waiting for him to do that, which takes like literally a smooth, probably 5 or 6 seconds, we just throw a thing at him and it's like, you're gonna die anyway, so we'll just do it for you. It's fine. So another case of there's someone behind you that spawns, you just literally, okay, we're just gonna restart that. There we go. You just literally throw it and just end that conversation. So yeah, at this point, I'm now just like kind of working on tech, cleaning up things, trying not to have people live through smoke, apparently. And we'll just see how things go from here. Do I have my, I don't. Now I do. Oh no.
So Vanessa, how long have you been running Katana Zero, would you say?
Oh wow. So it's kind of interesting because I did it initially for a charity incentive, and I did it without looking at any guides. I was just like, you know what, I'm just gonna try it. And so originally with no guides and no help and like not looking at speedrun.com, I had like a PB of 35 and I was like, that was fun. And then proceeded to just not do it for a year. See, I don't know how to get this guy to spawn and it makes me angry every time. Because now I have to wait for him. And it won't let me do that. I'm just gonna reset it. Ooh, that was not rough. That was not okay. So yeah. This guy up here, and I'm open to someone in chat if they know how to get him to spawn, to just tell me, because it is like actually killing me inside. See, like this time he spawned. This time he spawned. I wonder if it deals with the bottles. Get out of here. I wonder if it deals with the bottles. I'm not 100% sure. And I say I'm willing to look at chat, and I don't have chat pulled up because of course I don't.
I'll relay anything if we get some top tier runners of the game who know this inside and out. And that brings me to say one thing. I want to stress this, that speedrunning is for all skill levels. Like on GDQ, a lot of times we'll have world record runners doing their stuff for the main events, but we do want to encourage people of all skill levels to come up, show up on the shows, because speedrunning we want it to be a very inclusive hobby. So the show PB Precipice is all about improvements, and Vanessa's been improving so fast over the last couple days, and we want to encourage that, and just motivate more people to go on. It's like, you may not want to put in the time to grind for world record. You can have your own personal goal, like a personal time that you want to get to. Like world record in this game is around 15 minutes or so. Vanessa, what's like your personal goal? Like, I would really love to get a time around this. You have one of those?
I want sub 25. Like my personal goal, I want sub 25, and I'm gonna hope that helps kill the competitive demons. It probably won't, but I can pray. But my personal goal is I want a sub 25 run. That would be like my primo, absolute, everything is going swimmingly. I love this type of goal. And kind of on that same vein, like the other thing I think that's important to talk about with speedrunning proper is that no one starts out being world record holders. Like it's time, it's commitment, it's dedication. And I think it's a really healthy way to look at it of think about what your personal goal is before you think about something like a world record. Like I said, I have little to no interest whatsoever in trying to do 15 minutes. I don't know if my old woman brain could handle that. I literally don't. But at the same time, I think I could still do a sub 25. And my sum of best tells me I can do a sub 25. It would have to be a case where I need to tighten up like my controls. I need to make sure that I don't eat garbage on things like letting my cart run into a wall or letting a Terry. By the way, the guys that actually just punch you, they're Terrys. I forget the guys who have the knives. But letting a Terry punch me for some god-awful reason. Or like really goofy and doofy things like, oh, hey, I forgot that there's a gun guy there. Guess I'll get shot type of thing. Other silly things like making sure everything dies in the first hit. Making sure that you're set up well for things. And then also paying attention to how some of the hits land and register. So I think something else that's really important that doesn't get talked about is the way that your hits kind of reset. Because ideally, well, yeah, y'all both did. That was y'all fault. If you get a series of hits, you can actually bypass some of the delay. It's kind of like a recharge or a cooldown. If you murder someone, it'll cool down faster. If you're just idly swinging, it'll cool down slower. So you want to make sure that every time you're swinging, it's a deliberate hit. I decided to kill the robot. I know I'm a terrible person. I deserve that because I killed the robot. I won't kill it this time.
The only thing in this game that lives, that robot.
Yes, and actually, if you pay attention to the dialogue, when you're walking back, he thanks you for not killing him. Like, no cap. He actually is like, thank you so much for sparing me, which just makes the bonus kill after that just an insult to injury. Alright, I almost messed that up, but we're good. We're good. So yeah, I think to get to 25 for me, it's really gonna be, and this is kind of what I called it yesterday, I am consistency grinding. I'm consistency grinding. Because I'm to that point, oh my god, I almost ate it. I almost ate it. I'm to that point where I see a lot of what I need to do, I understand a lot of what I need to do. Now it's a case of making the hands do the thing. It also would help if I just cut my nails, and I'm a stubborn brat and I won't. So, we've got that going for us too. The unintentional challenge run of nails percent. And for those of you who don't understand what I mean, and this is the biggest culprit. But I love my nails. I haven't been able to get my nails done in almost 17 years. And then we moved and I could. And I was very happy about that. Nope, I was just going to reset that. Yeah, I mentioned before that there is a strat for this where you can just, oh no, get him locked up on this corner here. But like, I just don't know how to get it to go because every time I've tried to, it just goes south. Aha! Got you, V. That's fine.
Very good.
That's fine. So yeah. Like, there's a lot of stuff that I personally, as a speedrunner, part of the reason I'm also going for a 25, personally, is because there's certain things that I need to learn how to do it better before I actually try to come in and do anything even below that. So, like, I called it the swag strat earlier, where you can bypass it and do lots of stuff with on bullets and things. I recovered that and I'm okay with it. You can do fun things like bypassing whole sections because you can use the reflect mechanic to go faster. Other things like using more angle jumps. What I mean by angle jumps is, again, bypassing having to go up the stairs and then jump over something or get on the right plane. Hello? I was gonna say, what's going on there? And just a lot of things I need to tighten up. But yeah, my aspirations is not in any way, shape, or form to be like, I want 15.
And that is perfectly okay.
Yeah. And I also just really enjoy speedrunning in general. It's like a fun way to challenge yourself without having to wait for like additional hard modes and things. I don't know why that happened, but okay, that works.
Yeah, at its core, it's really like a self-improvement hobby.
Yeah. And I have a couple of games I'm running. So that's what I meant by the cooldown. Sometimes the cooldown is not kind. I have a couple of games that I run. Katana 0 was the one I just started running more consistently. Out of everything. Sir, please. Sir, please. I'm gonna try this again. I don't think they're in the right spot though. Yeah, they're not. This man. Okay, but they lined up nicely, so that was cool. So ideally what you want to do, and I might die here, is one of these guys is actually here out the box. And then you can throw the Molotov down and blow that up. And it'll kill him. Actually might just... I'm gonna try a few things here. And then I'm gonna start to run over because now I'm just experimenting. That's another thing I think doesn't get encouraged enough. Please experiment with your runs. So you see how all these men are down here? Ideally, you want them to not aggro and then throw the molly down and it'll kill everyone. And the way that you keep them from aggroing is by just making sure that people don't shoot. Because the second that someone shoots, they will aggro. So now I get the chance to actually talk about a lot of the things that are going on in the game proper. Another thing that's really important is knowing about when and if you're going to hit a door. So that's important specifically because hitting the door counts as a different kind of thing, a different type of hit. And you have the option of either kicking the door or hitting it.
Okay.
Kicking the door takes a little bit of it's a little bit more of a like slow build up because you have to do that animation, and I want to say it's like not even a full half second, but it still like stacks up because like you don't want to kick a door and then have to kick another door and then just be in this change of kicking doors. Oftentimes just attacking the door goes faster. And then also you can attack while you're slashing. Or not attack while you're slashing, you can roll while you're slashing. And that allows you to actually maintain your momentum. So we're back on Mr. Kissy Face. And the way that this fight works, he has 3 tells for everything. His normal throw, you can die to that. So be mindful of where you're at when this is actually coming back, because it kind of functions like a boomerang. But he has his red aura, which is a jump forward. His purple, which is a jump up. That actually was really lucky. And then if he has no aura, he's gonna throw his axe. And when he throws the axe, it goes into the wall and it functions like a boomerang and it'll come back. So if you're not careful, you can still get hit by the axe that's coming back. All right, team. So we said that we can throw back.
Yeah, though apparently it is more difficult on controller.
Oh, for throwing back?
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. So I was like, you know, I'm following the rules of engagement where you're supposed to hold the back button, and it's not happening, and I hate that for me. But if there's possibility, then I'm definitely going to try and figure it out and take advantage of it, because it helps in this section a ton. Get out of here. When you're gun. Get out of here. Oh, you tried to hit me. How dare you? You can let some of these men get hit by cars, but it's usually shocking to no one, faster to just murder them. That you'll find the theme of this game a lot is the faster option is often they just get murdered.
Yeah, you don't want the car to take credit.
Oh, that car took credit though. That car was upset that we were talking bad about it.
With the kill steal coming in.
KS and well, in the wine cellar, KS means kill secured. It's not a kill steal, it's a kill secured. And that car was like, I want to show that I'm useful. So again, this is pattern. It's always going to be straight lines, V, and then after straight lines and V, you're going to get the scatter. I like to let them culminate a little bit.
Surely it won't happen twice, right? Yeah. Okay, we're good.
Ideally. And then again, you want to be close for that so you can hit the first bullet and then just get out the way for the second. More straight lines, and then V. V does a single shot every time, and then you just hit it. Probably the most jarring thing, as it was mentioned before, is not using the slow-mo. And on that area in particular, it's really, really like a moment to sit there and think about how, wow, I'm actually reflecting all of this stuff without thinking about it. Oh, I accidentally restarted, but that's fine. Now it's not fine. So here we have like the bouncy boys. Actually, I want to show that a little bit. So if you hit them from the front, they just move back. Later, when you have lots of lasers and stuff, that's really useful. But you don't want to hit them from the front regularly because it'll actually just cause you to do a lot of time loss. Because you'll just be spending time bouncing around at the speed of sound, and nobody actually wants that, because this isn't Sonic Adventure 2. Like, no one asked for that. So let's see. And then this is another case of you throw across, and it'll kill somebody that's over here. So I'll actually try to get it to do it this time. We're doing a little bit of how to train your speedrunner too. You can you'll know that if the person got hit when you hear, are you kidding me? I was gonna say, he's gonna kill me. You'll know the person got hit based on the sound cue. So if it sounds kind of like a weird, almost retroly scratchy noise, so to speak, that means that the person got hit by the bottle and they're dead. This section, I know that you can go a little bit faster by not having to hit that, but I am like still really, really kind of just muscling through that. Oh no, that was early.
I love how comical the kickback is on all the bullets in this game.
Yeah, I will say,
just go flying 50 yards back every time you get hit.
Yes, and sometimes it's especially funny when you do it in later levels because of the fact that you'll get killed and you go flying back like 800 feet. And you'll fly into like a laser, so it's insult to injury because of the part where it's like, oh, cool. So you, oh my gosh, that was really funny. So you'll get hit and you'll go back 50 feet. And then after you go back 50 feet, you'll get thrown into a laser, so then you'll get disintegrated. And it's like, wow, this game really hated me. Nope, I don't want that. For this section in particular, you do want to try and get the, this to go down because it'll automatically blow everything up. And again, it kills all but one dude. Which if you have a bottle on you, you can throw it back, keep going forward. So again, I know that a lot of my stuff is going to be just trying to make sure that people... Oh no, I went the wrong way, but he got hit by his own bullet. It's going to be a lot of just cleaning things up. Oh no, I messed that up. I didn't throw my bottles after I hit these two. I want to say, please don't. So there's a lot of things that are going on in this run, which is why I was trying to say it might not be the most beginner-friendly run. Wow, all these men actually just stood there after knocking me down and was like, we don't know where they went. I mean, we know we just hit them, but we're not sure where they went.
Dragon tape round 2.
I know. That's, oh my god. That is literally the best dragon tape I've ever done. And usually the hang up is this section. You know what? I'm going for it. What? What? Oh my god. I have to finish this run through. I have to let that record. I have never gotten that area on the first attempt. What? Oh my god, it's happening. It's happening. I think I'm transcending. I could be wrong. Okay, yeah, I'm wrong. Okay, I'm wrong. But if that area is actually more consistent for me, that's gonna be huge. That's gonna be huge because that section is pain incarnate. Nope, I messed that up. I didn't get my aim right. Also, this is another one of those perfect examples of things that you want to see where certain things are going to aggro. So like, there's a couple of strategies you can follow here. I'm actually going to see if, now Dragon Tape is kind of dead, but I've never gotten that on the first attempt. Or like even that second section on the second attempt.
Wow.
Dude, I need you to die. I need all of you to die. Oh, why are you coming downstairs? See, now you messed up. Now I gotta alert your friend the old way. God. Jeez, what a jerk. Inconsiderate AF. So there's a few strategies you can do with this area. Some of the other ones that people have done is you can actually... Sorry. Okay, I'm gonna restart that. A couple of the strategies you can do is there's one where kind of what I'm trying to get more accustomed to, get people to aggro, and you can get some of them to kind of relocate and come downstairs. You don't want this dude to actually open the door, because if he opens the door, then that means that you have a whole different level of fire that you have to deal with. They will always come downstairs if you need them to. Ideally, you don't want to do that just because it takes a lot of time. Oh no. So yeah, that was the guy in the back opening the door too, so you have more bullets to deal with as a result. And if he opens the door, things go real south real fast. Did you aggro from, you did aggro from here. Oh, he almost got all his friends killed. So yeah, you can do things like set this up, kill this guy, wait for him. And then this is the area where it gets really hairy because you can actually do a straight line on all of them, but you have to be really fast with it. Another strategy that I know a lot of people have used, actually I'm gonna do this. Kill both of those, and you alert everyone immediately, and it makes everybody come downstairs. So they all see you, but then the problem is you have all these people coming at once. So I'll see if I can get a full run of it here, just to see if I can showcase it. Yeah, it's just, I prefer this method, honestly, just because it feels a little bit more controlled. And I can see exactly where I died, as opposed to having like 820 people all shooting at me. Are you kidding? Sir, you can't just watch your friend get murdered and then not respond. So there, you can do that. But it has to be just like a little bit more twitchy, a little bit more responsive. Dragon Tape is probably my weakest area, with the combination being this area next. Mostly because I'm just now getting into that sweet spot of finding, oh, there's the camera. Of finding where, like, to bypass the cameras. Every now and again, I still have to do, like, the inchy pixel strats. I don't know what's going on there. Hey, get off the wall. But there's a lot of stuff to really appreciate going into these speed runs. And for the people who have the 15-minute runs, like when I say it's consistency incarnate, it's not a joke. There's even a strat where you can bypass these lasers, technically. But it's like really, really tight. Oh no.
Yeah, how big of a role does RNG play in this game and in the speedrun specifically?
So you can actually address some of that outright in this game because you can turn on what's called stable seeds. Are you for real? This man's alive? And what that means is quite literally with stable seed, you can... That was a choice. I'm gonna die. Oh, I didn't die. And stable seed will guarantee that it'll always start with the same seed every single time. So everyone will reset, everyone will go back to their normal standing places, which also makes comedy for when you get to watch the same people die to the same things over and over, like this guy, who's just hanging out. You could do it without stable seed, but it just makes it like a little bit more challenging to get a consistent speed run going. And then there's some times where like these dudes will come through and bypass being smacked up by you like the good Lord intended. You can, if you're fast enough, go through that. Ooh, that was my fault. I was gonna say I'm gonna just take the L. You can, if you're fast enough, actually go through that conveyor belt without having to stop. I usually can make it to the fourth one, and then I will get terrified and be like, nope, I'm gonna stay put for a second. But I'm trying to actually do a better strat too of making sure I can get up there and just get behind them and get the kill. That's something I personally need to work on, because I'm trying to find as many time saves as possible. There we go. And then this is my big problem room for this section, because I have seen some strats and I'm trying my best to like emulate them as best I can. But I feel like I just have so much going on that I'm trying to keep track of that it makes it really, really challenging. Because you can, once again... No, that was just bad. You can once again get things set up so that you don't have to actually worry about other people. That's not gonna work. And the one that I've been favoring is where you kill these two guys, grab this remote, and then you set that down here on these oil drums, because then people will come up and you can destroy it. And then that really saves you some time because of the fact that, yeah, I'm gonna let him come through. There's actually a guy over here, and if he's not aggroed, he'll just stay there. By doing it the way that I've been doing, where I kill this guy and I let the dude with the bad pompadour run upstairs, because he's running upstairs, it'll force the guy over on the right side to aggro. Because he knows that I'm here and I'm murdering people, so he naturally is going to come up and try to help everybody and be like, hey, this man's murdering people. Which in turn gets them both killed. Oil barrels are your friends in a lot of the areas. If there's a way to deploy the oil barrel and kind of use that to get some free kills out, you want to try and use those where and if you can. As you saw, there's a couple of them that I'm not too good with. Hey, you want to go down? I don't know why that particular Gatling gun has such a terrible delay. But the biggest thing about these sections, especially with things like the bunker, oh, that's too far forward, is that you want to try and figure out a pathing that works for you. There's a lot of options for pathing for what it's worth, but you want to try and figure out an option that works for you that puts you as close to the exit as possible. And oftentimes the exit will be on the top or the middle floor. But the problem is, it's the top of the middle floor of a 3-story section. So they'll have enemies on the bottom floor that you'll in turn have to get rid of. And it's a big pain in the butt because of the fact that you have to double back or you have to figure out ways to get them to aggro. There's a lot of really intricate things that go into it. Oh, that was nice. That was really nice. So again, this is a run that I'm not really doing like a keeping track of time thing. I know that it's not gonna PB, but I'm still just kind of working on and workshopping some of the areas and showcasing things.
Yeah, getting it, recovering from mistakes earlier on, making sure like, okay, get that muscle memory going, right? Like, okay, let's not do this, let's do this. You know, all the things that a speedrunner thinks about every time they're running through a game here.
Yeah, another thing that I think is important is kind of finding what works as a safety strat for you. So this will be 2 rooms back that I just did this. That's fine, I can stay dead for a second. 2 rooms back, so not this room and the one before that had the Terry with a gun, but upstairs where it had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people in it. The typical strat that people follow is they will kill the first guy, kill the guy with the sword, kill the guy with the gun on the stairs. They'll throw the Molotov at an angle upward to kill the 4th guy that's on the top level, and that'll confuse the remaining 2 guys, which leaves them open for kills. because he actually aggroed on account of hearing the guy on the stairs shooting, the three of them were close enough together that instead of trying to go for the angle shot, which would have done nothing, I instead chose to throw the Molotov at the people, and it blew up all three of them. There's a lot of words there. A lot of words there.
I think I got it. Chat, did you get that? So that's more important.
Right, chat understands.
I'm sure chat understands. They're smart. Most of the time.
I will say, I cannot be a part of that chat because I am not smart. I have very big moments of, I'm sorry, what? Or there's a lot of moments on the channel too where I'm just like, yeah, Vanessa shouldn't speak sometimes. Going back to that exclamation point neutral bit, that whole joke is a direct side effect of actually this area.
Make sure to neutral.
Yeah, because this area, like the whole bunker, kill that guy. Oh no, they weren't supposed to go that far. So the whole problem was that there were areas, specifically that gun dude, the guy that was just by himself on the Gatling gun. That area in particular. Oh no, that's gonna be terrible. If you are trying to forward roll, what'll happen is you will always get hit by the gun. If you neutral roll, like I demonstrated earlier, you can actually set it up so that you don't get hit by any of those. I didn't want that at all. Ideally you can go upstairs. You don't really want to because trying to combat the Gatling gun sucks. So this is going to be another case of you use that down press. Well, I mean, that resolves the entire conversation. Okay, never mind, I just went upstairs. You can use, again, that down press to really just come back downstairs really fast. Or you can just, you know, sometimes go upstairs. Apparently I know how to do the upstairs strat, and I was just discovering this, actually. I didn't know that I had comfort doing that. Oh, no, there it is.
Now that we know, we can implement in the next attempts. Maybe.
I don't know.
Don't listen
which
to
one
me.
is actually,
Yeah, don't listen to me.
I don't know which one is actually faster. I'm not 100% sure, to be honest. But what I know is that Shotgun Bro needs to let me live. So this section in particular, you don't want to jump up like I did, and you'll see why, because if you go up high enough, those Gatling guns will actually ruin your entire day. Or you can just somehow be made of magic on occasion and, you know, just completely bypass all of that. That happens sometimes, I guess. And then, again, this is my least favorite area. Just because of all of these freaking dang stairs. And this is gonna be where a lot of people are gonna probably say the mouse and keyboard really shines, because you have to get these downward angles and stuff like right if you're trying to go fast. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, that's fine. I am so happy that just happened. Oh my god, that was great. Oh my god.
I have no comment other than that's the funniest thing I've seen in this game so far.
Oh my god, that was great. Those men came rolling down. I hate every second of it. Okay, I messed that up because I was like, I don't know how that Gatling gun survived, but sure, that's fine. I'm just happy that we all got to witness that together. That was wonderful. Because I don't think I've ever actually seen them tumble down like that. Yeah, now all of a sudden I can't get the Gatling gun. Another thing that's really nice that you have to take into consideration is that there are lots and lots of areas and opportunities to really get double kills that feel like they shouldn't be double kills. So as long as they're within like a certain, I don't want that anyway. As long as they're within a certain like section. Oh, they both came out. As long as we're within like a certain section or segment, you can kind of get double kills where you need. I think my favorite thing in the entire game is the setups for quad kills on a lot of them, because quad kills are like, they just feel good. No, that's not gonna go. Oh no, we recovered that. We didn't recover that.
Almost.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll probably do another one here in a second. Just because... Oh my god, this Terry is not smart. I also love beating up people from behind, where they're just like, I have my gun and I am a good worker. And it's like, that's cool. And you just go absolutely murder them. But, I'm trying to think of some other things to talk about.
We can talk about your stream.
I started talking about the exclamation point neutral. So there's a lot of areas in the game in particular where it's not just the roll neutral is important, but also just being neutral when you roll out your stuff is super important. Because there's a few areas that if you don't give it that like solid second to just kind of recuperate, it will just inevitably screw up how you're traveling and how you're running and how you're like moving along. And someone else made a comment too about how Dragon is a little bit more slippery. Neutraling with him in that room that I've been like super hype about is really important because of that. Oh no. I didn't mean to do that. So like that room in particular is rough because of the part where you, oh, I'm gonna die there. Hang on, I can't talk about this and think about it at the same time. That part is particularly rough because it's the second room that you go into, and actually, you know what? I'm not gonna talk about it. I'm just gonna go to it again. I can just go to it again and show everybody. If I know how to actually go through my gods, my lord. Oh my lord. So now I'm so focused on like trying to explain stuff.
Take a deep breath and just, okay,
no, we're
there
good.
we go.
How's that? No, we're good. That particular angle jump, I still need to work on a little bit, if I'm being really, really honest, because ideally you want to get it on that upward slash, and I think I need to just actually slide up some more. So I'll show the section that I'm talking about for neutral and the dragon.
Okay.
I'm really just over the moon that I have golds across the board for my best. But I also hate it because I know I can get 25 minutes and I hate my life.
Hey, look at that prison time though. You got something there. Anyway, before we get into all that, we do need to take our regularly scheduled wellness break here.
Okay.
So, you know, everybody relax, and we'll be back really quick before we go. Let me see where the heck are my notes? No, I just was so enthralled by the run, I lost all my notes. Okay, here we go.
Are we talking about frame fatales, perhaps?
We've already talked about frame fatales, but, you know, definitely type exclamation point FF in chat if you want to know more about frame fatales. The marathon that's coming up a week from today, I think, February 27th, right at the end of the month. But, you know, we're running a hotfix show here, PB Precipice. You know, usually it's ADEF here, but again, he was under the weather today, so I'm filling in. But have you ever thought, you know, maybe I want to run a hotfix show? I got a great idea. I think GDQ would like it. Well, now's your chance, because if you have any ideas for your own show or one-off events, feel free to go to gamesdonequick.com/hotfix to submit your ideas. But don't go anywhere, everybody. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with more Katana Zero right after this. And welcome back to PB Precipice, the show where we showcase runners on the verge of getting a personal best and have them grind out some runs here live on the big stage. Hope everybody enjoyed their quick stretch break or go refill your water and all that, because we're about to get right back into more Katana Zero. Pleasantly Twisted here with me. Did some awesome improvement in like the previous two no resets she did. Like that was awesome. I can't wait to see what's coming up next, Twisted.
I'm making ugly faces because I'm trying to get chat to show up. I have a 3-monitor setup. You would think I would use it more. So we had mentioned over the break that some people are pointing out that the strats that I've been doing in some areas are advanced strats. full disclosure, that is my life in a nutshell. Like, this is my favorite speedrun, and that's why I'm trying to warn people. This is not a quick and easy, I'm gonna jump in and try it kind of speedrun. It's a toughie. And that's just how I roll in almost all of my life. Like, my favorite weapons in Monster Hunter are the ones that have like lots of files and switch ups and other like 3 or 4 move sets, because NBD. But I did want to kind of showcase some of the stuff with the Dragon Tape. I did want to kind of talk about that. So why I have been kind of like panicking at the hype is because of the part where, like, the first room is straightforward. You go in, you kill some men, you kill some more men. The next 2 rooms are going to be where it gets weird. So this particular room, you want to dash through, and this is tricky because you're going to use this wall that I'm facing to navigate up, and you want to quickly roll behind the 2 mobs, and while you're rolling behind them, you're gonna slash so that you not only kill them, but you ricochet the bullet of the guy on the far left. And it's cool when it's executed, but it is not easy to do because this wall ride that I'm gonna do can mess up many different ways. Because if you wall ride and you roll too close, the shield guy can push you. If you wall ride and you clip up too high, the guy on the left can shoot you, or the guy behind the shield guy can shoot you. It's a lot of things going on at once.
Bullets flying everywhere.
Yeah, there's a lot of things you have to be mindful of. So there we just got it. And like I said, you have to it's that sweet spot between if you do this, you'll get shot. So you have to get to maybe here and then have to go. Like his hand has to barely be grazing the top of it. Because otherwise you'll just get tore up. Okay, that's fine. That man didn't die.
Yeah, just don't get shot. That's all it is. Super easy, right?
Right. Then the next section, like I said before, you just have to bypass the 3 lasers. The faster route is if you can pull off that first section I was talking about, where you get the kill and you roll out, you can very quickly dash up and then roll through the lasers. And by the time you open the door, you'll be reset to do the dash through again. Or you can wait for it so that you can just dash straight up at an angle. So this is the fun room. So I'm gonna try and explain this as best I can. Let me just stand here. So this is the room that has probably my favorite strat in the entire run. So what's gonna happen is you wanna jump down. This is where exclamation point neutral was born. You wanna jump down. You literally have to stand still for maybe a quarter of a second and neutral roll behind this guy on the left. You can see there's someone on the far left that's behind the door. We're not gonna kill him, but we're gonna aggro him. And the way that you aggro him is when you roll back, you slash to open the door, and then you immediately have to turn around and do your dragon dash to kill the 3 men behind you. That'll lead you over here. This guy will be be up against the door. You can kick that door and kill him. You then want to reflect the bullet of the guy on the right, immediately dash down to kill the guy with the shotgun. And what's ideally going to happen is this man that's all the way on the left is going to take this top door that you see to go downstairs and get himself set up to kill. That's a lot. It's a lot that's going on at once.
Yeah, this game happens so fast. You're going through and there's just enemies everywhere, and it's just so much time and preparation goes into learning, what could be 10 seconds or 15 seconds of a run.
Yeah, and the thing is, if you can pull it off, it saves you a mountain of time. But as you can see here, if you're off even slightly, whoop, it'll set you up for getting screwed up. So as I said, literally running through it again, you kill the first guy, you drop down, neutral for a moment, roll behind, open the door, dash and kill the 3 men, kill the guy against the door, reflect the bullet, dash down. By that time, you'll have 3 people that are stacked in this, I wish I could put my mouse on here, in this middle door. You kill them, that'll aggro the guy on the other door, kill him immediately, and then it leaves you with these 2 down here. It's a lot. It's a ton. It's a lot.
How many hours have you spent practicing this tape? section of road?
There was one point on stream where I think it was 2 hours dedicated just to this section.
Just to this
and
stream,
I usually
2 hours of practice, yeah. And it keeps on going. It doesn't stop there.
No, because as you can see, I'm not quite consistent yet. So like I have a lot of times where I get down here and dash and this door isn't open. But then there's also the moment of if you roll too quickly, it'll mess up how they shoot you and they'll get the hit.
Remember, this game has a slow motion mechanic. Intended to like it's a big part of the game, like one of the big selling points and like things that players are expected to use. And in the speedrun,
You don't use it.
It has slow in its name. It's right there. You're not allowed to use it to go fast.
Yeah, it ruins all the things. So yeah, it's really easy to drop this strat too. But that's why, you know, we spent the better part of 2 hours working on it. And then of course Shield Bro came in and messed up everything.
It looks so cool.
Oh yeah, and when you pull it off, it's dope. It's dope.
That was
like,
dope right there, yeah.
I was like, it looks dope when you get it. So again, one strat for here, go up. Hang on, I actually wanna demonstrate it. I'm gonna let these two men come over, because then no one aggroes. Oh no, I don't want to do that. I'm gonna try and show the strat that is a little bit safer because it allows you to just get everyone to aggro. And then you have like the shotgun bros. You can roll towards them. The shotgun people always have a delay before they shoot, so you want to roll to dodge the bullets, and then you get free real estate to kill them. Let's see. Not really fond of this one because of the fact that it just stacks a bunch of people on you. So the one I've been working towards is breaking the door open, reflecting a bullet, getting some free aggro on people. Sir. Now look what you did. Now he has to come down and die slower. I hope you're proud of yourself. Actually, I'm gonna try something here.
Oh,
Yeah, that was a terrible idea. And I was gonna say, I wanna try something here. Sir. Also, fun thing for people to notice, the dragon tape does not utilize Prism Sword. And that kind of sucks. Because Prism Sword is bae. Oh, so another thing that's important that just happened. There is limitations on your dragon dash. You can't just go clean across the map with it. You have to go within the constraints of that circle. And if you don't, then you wind up in situations like what I just had, where quite literally, you'll get like a whole line of people and there'll still be someone alive. Oopsie.
and then they come in with that well-timed bullet, and it's like, well, shoot.
Yeah, and there's a lot of well-timed bullets that happen. Like, the run is very, very dependent on just knowing what you're fighting against, what's coming up, and then what you're going to be having to combat as a result. So, like, you'll get a lot of areas where it'll be really smooth, it'll be really clean, and then you'll be like, hey, what's going on here?
There we go.
Yeah.
First try.
So yeah, the dragon tape is a lot. It's a lot. And that's why, like, it's my first really big stumbling block. I mean, if we really wanted to be, like, angry at ourselves, we could try to do the secret level, but I'm not going to subject anyone to that. Because the secret level is not okay at all. At all. So I'm going to try and do another run that's just kind of smooth. But I'm first going to take a sip of my soju.
Ooh, delicious. What are you drinking there?
I have today a small smattering of strawberry soju because it was almost gone. And I was like, oh, I'll go ahead and finish it. And if this continues, I am going to probably get the grapefruit one next.
Okay. You got your next one lined up already.
Well, usually because soju is so cheap to come across, I will grab maybe 3 or 4 bottles at once, and I'll have just like a bunch of flavors on deck. So like I usually will grab strawberry, plum, and grapefruit, and then I might try a 4th one. But the problem is soju is delicious. Please drink responsibly. Do not just drink soju because, oh, it doesn't feel like it's gonna hit and you don't want that life. Trust. as a person who's bartended for literally 8 years, nobody wants that life. Nobody wants that life.
All right, good luck on this next run. I believe. I want to see a good dragon tape. I'm not gonna be mad if you don't get a good dragon tape. I'm just gonna be ecstatic
Listen,
if you do get it.
That is the cleanest dragon tape I've ever done in that first run today. Like, I am impressed at myself that the tape went well. But you know, like, and that was even with like the first section. I know my best segment for that is like 59 seconds. And that was with a first section that had a minute 40. So there's just like so many things that I'm like, if I can get that clean dragon tape again, then I think sub 30 is like easy mode. But, oh my god, I still just can't believe how good that tape was. Alright, so, like I said before, the first sections of the game I have pretty down packed. Hey, don't make me look like a fool in front of everybody. But the big things for this run, just in general, is you want to try and backtrack as little as possible. Or, you know, make sure when you throw stuff that it actually hits people. That's usually useful too. Don't be like me and throw like the lamp into the floor.
Yeah, speaking of lamps, I just can always reminded of Sense Lamp whenever I see, you know, your lamp being used as a weapon here. You GDQ lamps in chat.
Oh no, not the lamps. Oh!
The amount of force you could throw that lamp with is just comical.
It's the force of throwing items in this game, period, is amazing.
Yeah.
Because it's the combination of the death when you die and being like, oh, what am I doing? It's the combination of the death when you die, being thrown into like literal orbit, and then like when you hit people with stuff, it's like throwing an entire car at them. It's amazing. This guy, there is a strat to jump over him. I am not very good at it. Because, again, it's all about how they see you in the lasers. Jose, please open the gate. So I still have many things that I can work on to do time save stuff. Because there's just a lot. Oh no, I almost died to the door again. Whew. Yesterday on stream, I died to the door and we actually had to run a clip of it because I was like, I don't know what the hell happened. And it turns out that the light actually went red for a split second and as I was rolling under it. And then I died to the door. And I was a little salty about it, I'm not gonna front.
Is that like an intended mechanic that you could just die to the door? Is that just like a weird bug that you see? Or it's like, yeah, no, this is fully intended.
I think it's intended because all the other things in the game that can squish you, it's kind of the same idea. And the thing is, it can kill enemies too. Nope, I knew that was delayed. I felt the delay when it happened. Oh no! I think these are Rickies. Yes, these are Rickies. So the guys with the fisticuffs are Terrys. The guys with the swords are Rickies. I'm sorry, what? Sir.
Get out of here. Get him out.
Right. Get that man out of here. What a bum.
Call the bouncer to get him out of this club.
Right. What a bum.
Refusing to go down.
Oh no. That man punched me. Oh no. So again, this guy didn't spawn. Chat, help a girl out. Why isn't he spawning when I go to do the murder things? I need the assistance.
Yeah, supposedly it should spawn, yeah, when you're between two of the gunners down there, but yeah. It may require a little bit more investigation.
Yeah, because I've seen it to where people can kind of get it set up to where they're barely even down the stairs and it'll spawn. Like, that wasn't a great club, but you know, it is what it is. But yeah, there's a lot of things that I'm still researching, still kind of digging into. Again, when I first did this run, I wasn't using any guides or anything at all. So it's only within like the last, I want to say month and a half, that I started looking up guides, looking up strats, looking up ways to do things. I had people coming into the chat that are part of the speedrunning community for Katana Zero and highlighting like some different things I could be doing, some different things I could try out. The first time I ran this is when people got me hip to the screen shake stuff. And then, or no, that was when it got me hip to turning off slow mode entirely, amongst a few other things. And it's only within the last month that I didn't know about the screen shake. And the thing about the screen shake is it really does kind of disorient you. So usually when you hit people, it'll do like a little bit of that kind of intense, this is a heavy hit thing. And now that you don't have it, it's like, oh my God, everything about this is terrifying.
And relay, sorry, one hint we got. I can't. Okay. I'm not a runner of the game, so I can't verify the truth of it. But we're getting a comment for that guard spawn earlier on that. If you go like a little bit further to the second guard than he spawns, like spawn location, that guarantees the spawn or so. You have someone who like kills the second gunman and like consistently spawns from there. So maybe think about that. But,
are we talking about the gunman on the bottom floor?
Yeah, I think on the bottom floor.
I wonder if I could throw a bottle at that man. I wonder if that's what people are doing and I just never caught it. We'll experiment. We'll experiment. That's the other thing I like about doing these types of speed runs is that it gives you lots of space to experiment. But that swag strat is going to be my pride and joy, and I'm never letting anyone take it. Okay, so let me explain the second part. You see this man who's about to run down and try to kill me?
Yep.
Literally, you would have to use his bullets to go up. I'm gonna die doing this, but I just want to showcase what I mean. Like, you have to use those bullets. Yeah, you have to use those bullets as he's shooting to go up. It's one of those things that when you witness it, it is the dopest thing in the game, and you'll never change my mind. But I feel like I'm not there yet because I feel like that's a super advanced strat. Because it's a combination of knowing your placement, but also trying to manipulate him to shoot in such a fashion that is beneficial for you. Because they're always gonna try and shoot at you. So you wanna make sure that you are in such a position that you can get a bullet that will allow you to propel off of it. And the other thing that's really, really dangerous about that in particular is that if you hit it in the right spot, it'll ricochet back. So you have to make sure if it ricochets back, that it doesn't actually kill the guy. Because you need at least 2 bullets to get up there. So it's a lot of like plotting, planning, many other things at once. But it is the swaggiest strat. Oh my God. Like the fact that I can even bypass the lasers, I'm happy with that. And to kind of like explain a little bit further for people who are watching, again, this is just my brain in a nutshell. There's no such thing as my brain going, oh, well, why don't we try the beginner strat first and then work on that? I am perpetually in a spot of being like, but what if we just mixed it up? Like this strat feels good, so why wouldn't we use it, right?
Yeah, go straight for the swag and the cool stuff. It's like, man, this is the hardest thing ever, but it looks cool, so I'm gonna do it.
Right. And so like a lot of the stuff, like you'll see a lot of things that I'm doing that are beginner strats, and then out of nowhere it's like, wait, this is a strat for like the 20-minute runners. Why is she doing this? It's my brain in a nutshell. I don't know how to not make it do that.
No,
it's
I'm the same
literally
way.
my life in a nutshell.
I'm definitely the same way. I see a strat that's like, 10 times more difficult, and over the safe strat you could save like maybe a quarter of a second, and then the cost if you mess it up is like you lose a minute, a literal minute. But I still go for it because I want it to be cool. That's so much of the fun in speedrunning is.
Here's the thing. Well, here's the thing. It's not even that I think it's cool. It's that I look at it for a second. I'm like, oh yeah, that strat makes sense. And I don't even evaluate it from a difficulty standpoint. I just look at it and I go, oh yeah, that strat makes sense.
Let's do it.
Yeah, we'll do that strat now. This is another strat that, like I said, you can set him up and it's much, much faster to get him in this corner. And like you just down slash. But I can't get him set up to save my life. Oh yeah, I said this is supposed to be a run. Whoops. I'm like still explaining stuff. Oops.
You could feel free to continue explaining stuff during the run, So if we're going for PB, I will encourage you to avoid the pause explanations. As wonderful as they are, they're wonderful. I love hearing more about it, but Don't make things harder for yourself on your PB attempts here.
Yeah, I will say it's me being silly in 4K as I do. That's what I wanted.
But if you do PB off this run, you can say, oh, there's free time save where I paused here and just explained this for a couple seconds. You're gonna get that time right back in future
That's
runs.
very true.
Yeah.
Oh no. There we go. So I realize it's not V that's killing this man, it's actually the door. And so I've been putting work on V that I don't need to.
God, like every inanimate object in this game, the doors are just as powerful.
Doors will get you killed.
Yeah.
Doors are here to actually fight you. They may be stationary, but they're here to actually see your demise. I did a quick restart there because if I get pushed down, I just assume that it's gonna go south.
Now, every single room, I notice, you have some enemies that stay there and just like chill, and then you have people patrolling around. So
I don't know how I lived through that. Go ahead.
Well, you take it, just take it and run with it. But like, how much do like room times where like if you go through this section a little bit slower, it's gonna like mess up patterns later on, and then you're like, this is gonna be tough.
Yeah. So like that's the whole reason why we have the stable seed set up too, because as you start the game, oh, what the hell? As you're going through the game proper, even if you restart the seed, everyone is constantly in a state of moving. So if you're just standing there, you will legitimately have people that are rearranged, people that are moved. It's one of the things I have mentioned a little bit with the original strat of throwing the Molotov down. If you take too long to do that room, then you won't be able to take advantage of the 3 people who are still sitting there that all get blown up, and it's a really nice time save. It's a really nice time save.
This is the first time you were going through this, and since we're on the, not saying this part is easy, but we're on like the auto-scroller section of this. That previous boss, is that like a mash X to go, or are there like gates where you just have to do this 3 times, 4 times, etc.?
So you don't mash X. What you do is when you get that little bar that comes up, you just hold on to X. And you have to do it 4 times to actually get rid of that man.
Okay, so it's like a strict do it 4 times.
Yeah, it's very, very strict. Do it 4 times. There's no way to expedite it, sadly. And you just have to hold the button and wait for it. The fastest way to kind of save time on Mr. Kissyface, his name is Mr. Kissyface. The fastest way to save time on him is knowing what moves are coming up and interrupting him immediately, if not sooner. Red moves, you can't really do that, which sucks. Let's see. Oh, well, you got hit by a car. I can't help you with that, fam. The red moves, he's gonna dash, and you have to wait for him to do like the full-blown attack, kind of, to actually pull it off the hit. The purple one is actually a very, very specific one that you can save time on, because what he does is he jumps forward. Look at this man dodging traffic like a pro. Oh, I almost didn't dodge traffic like a pro. He'll do his purple aura thing, and what he does there is he actually jumps up and he swings his axe around him. And so that's a really nice time save whenever he does that, because you can just interrupt that attack outright and get the hit in. When he does the red one, you do have to wait for the lunge. When he has no aura, he's just gonna throw his axe, and you wait for him to just throw it, and then you sneak in the hit. Oh, come on, I need to be right here. Get out of here. Yeah, he has the red, the purple, and then just no aura. He's a really simple and straightforward fight, but I think it's not quite RNG, but it's also not quite a pattern, because he doesn't do purple, red, none, or anything like that. But there is still, like, once he cycled through it once, he's never going to repeat the same move back to back. And people in the chat are welcome to correct me on that if there is a possibility of that happening. Because, yeah. It's, oh, kissy face. But again, I will do that fight 90 times over, because the kissy face music is a banger. But again, I'm biased. I like my bass. Oh, come on now. This is the biggest part. The biggest reason I hate this section is because of the freaking, like, auto shooter. These guys got cheats. They got bonus friends. Always love it when that second guy comes downstairs, because that saves you a little bit of time, effort, and energy. Hey, stop that.
Can enemies hurt you or attack you in a smoke bomb? Or are they just perpetually confused?
They can if they get the hit off before the actual bomb like hits. Oh, that's not what I want at all. But once the actual smoke settles, they immediately are just confused as hell.
Okay.
So like if they have a shot that goes off before you if they have a shot that goes off before the smoke actually settles, they can get the kill. But it's tricksy. Oh, so this is one of my favorite things I learned how to do. The quick bottle throw shroom. The quick bottle throw room where you stand on a specific bottle as you're holding a bottle and you can just chuck it at them. So you see how they shot into the cloud of smoke?
Yep.
They can get away with that stuff because technically the guy who shot me wasn't in the smoke. But like once they're actually in the smoke, they just kind of stand around and look doofy. All right, here we go.
Here we go. Good luck.
Here we go. Nope. That was close.
Through. Okay.
Oh, that's a problem. He didn't get killed by the door the way the good Lord intended. Okay. Oh no, please fall down. I knew that was gonna happen as soon as I hit that shield.
So close.
I know, it's fine. It's fine. Like I said, the dragon room is like the roughest room of the entire run, I feel. All right, listen. I need that door to open now. Oh no, the shot was already going. I see what happened. Out, out, out. There we go.
All right.
That's not terrible. It wasn't terrible. Oh, that was terrible. Ooh. I think I want to slow down a little bit. This is where the neutral comes into play again.
Chad, we need the exclamation point neutrals. That doesn't work here, but
say, yeah.
you know, you can go over, see this segue, go over to twitch.tv/pleasantlytwisted. Be sure to give her a follow and watch some more Katana Zero coming up. Probably, you know, I feel like you've been running this quite a lot lately, so you'll probably see a decent amount of it.
Yeah, I actually did like a dedicated speedrun Saturday segment for all of February, barring I didn't have anything else going on. Well, like this coming Saturday, I won't be doing speedrun Saturday because I'll be doing some squad streaming with some friendos, one of which was on GDQ, has been on GDQ a couple of times actually with J-Rock the God. We're gonna be playing some casual, unnecessarily black, we've been calling it, Borderlands 3. Well, it's because it's 3 black streamers and we're all playing Borderlands 3 and it's a whole mess. And there's like jokes and stuff that are had that may or may not make some sense, but we're there having a good time, and that's like the premise of it. Get this man up here. Since you want to be difficult. Since you want to act brand new.
What are these giant press machines even doing in here? Like, what is this?
What the? Okay, well, that man decided not to go with his comrades, so we had to do some adjustments on, oops, his dad. It appears that I was the one who was squished. I am the one who squishes. Well, I'll let these men come up here. Actually, what happens if I let... Nope, nope, I'm doing PBs. I have to focus. See, are you gonna come? Yes. Oh, but I still need to get, like, the roll out. So I mentioned this before where sometimes you're a little bouncy. This is one of those cases where you can be bouncy. Fudge. And when you're bouncing through there, it kind of sucks because you'll die, like, a lot. This poor man doesn't know what he wants to do. Oh no. Oh, that was actually really weird, but you know what? I'll take those because... No, I'm gonna die! Are we gonna do this together? Okay. You know what? Sure.
All right, now
It's a time loss, but you know what? Sure. I'm not gonna question it. I'm not gonna question it. That man was like, no, we don't want to interrupt her run too bad. We'll let her have this one. Oh no, I knew that was gonna happen too. Oh, but that wasn't supposed to happen. Oh, I don't like that one. So yeah, again, these are my roughest areas. This is where a lot of my time gets racked up. Here, you want that. That's yours now. That's yours now. You wanted that Molotov cocktail. I saw it in your eyes.
Yeah. These are probably the most explosive Molotov cocktails I've seen in any game I've played.
Oh yeah. And these
Still
rooms,
wonderful.
So these rooms are also not safe or immune from the exclamation point neutral, because quite literally, there's a nice sweet spot you can stand on that causes you to bypass the cameras without having to think about it too much, but you have to neutral roll it. If you're trying to roll it while you're moving forward, what winds up happening is you'll just trigger it each time. Because if you look up above in those rooms whenever I'm doing them, you'll see that the cameras are very clearly visible, and you have to bypass every single one of them. You have to do it. Like, it's non-negotiable. And again, something else that I don't think might have been very clear is the fact that when you don't bypass a camera, the first camera that prompts you, oopsie. So this is another room you have to neutral roll, and I was holding on right and it messed me up. The first time you get caught is when it starts doing that little like tracker and timer and all that nonsense. And that means that if you get caught right away, you have to do every single horde. But let's say you bypass the first two cameras and you get caught by the third one. From the third one forward, you still have to do every single horde. So it's like critical that you just do not get ate up by being in there. Oh no, I don't want that. It's super critical that you don't get ate up by even being caught one time. I mean, if this is how we want to do it, that's fine.
And we're in.
That wasn't the smoothest, but I'll take those. Sure. Like, that's all I can leave it at is sure. Oh no, it sees me. It doesn't see me. There was nothing to see here. Ah, crud. I had a feeling it was gonna be Shotgun Bro. Shotgun Bro is who gets me each time. Nah.
Is there ever an instance where the Shotgun Bro is going to be a bro for you? And, you know, just step aside and be nice and not fire the glass.
Big
I take that as a no, yeah.
Oh, nope, I knew that was gonna mess up. So as you can see, this is like my worst room, and because my need for speed is mighty, I know that some of the stuff I'm doing is advanced, but that's okay. It's okay. We'll just get better at it, right?
Over time,
That's the
yeah.
ideal.
Yeah, that's the idea.
Ah! There we go. Oh, I almost broke that door. I almost got stuck on that door. Oh, that was my fault because I got stuck. So I mentioned that before, that you have to be really mindful of the walls because of the fact that you can and you absolutely will. Huh? We're just gonna start that over. That was a lot of time lost. You can and you absolutely will get caught on some of that nonsense, and it'll just slow you down. Oh, no, Nails, please! Nails percent was not even happening this time. And I know someone out there's like, why don't you just cut them? I can't. You have to understand, there's an aesthetic to appeal here. Alright. We found the room that's gonna mess me up. But this is like the worst of it, I think. If I'm thinking of it correctly. Maybe if I push down? Nope. And I got the wall.
I think we got a category extension exclusively to you, nail percent.
I mean, it's nails percent. It is what it is. It's because I refuse to cut my nails. I don't know who caught me that time, but it wasn't Shotgun Bro. You know, that works. There we go. Yeah, so this room, like, literally just tacked on 2 whole minutes being a bammer. Why didn't we just do that the first time? God!
And nothing else ever happened. That was the first try as far as I saw it.
Oopsie. So again, we're in my worst sections. I'm gonna throw it at that guy. He really wanted that. Oh no. I felt my thumb fall off the D-pad and I felt it fall apart immediately. Okay. Oh no! Ricky, please! Oh no, I didn't roll in time. Alright, so here, roll, here, throw, roll. That works too. I need that though. You know what, we're just gonna do that as a safety. Bro, what are you doing? Give me that. just watching it sitting in the wall, like, well, I guess that's how it works now.
We are through. Chuck that gun.
Oh no, that's not what I wanted. Also, shout outs to the community people who told me about rebinding the reset, because when I say that has been life affirming, my Lanta. Oh no. Let's get out of here. Oh god, it's this room. Nope, I will need that. Nope, that was my fault.
Oh!
Thank
Shield, bro.
Shield, bro, please. There we go, I got your attention. No. There you go, friend. You wanted that cleaver. I felt it in my bones. Oh my god. I was so close to being done with that room too. I'm bitter about it. Oh, that was not who I expected to shoot me. Hey. Oh no, get off of that wall, sir. Oh no. Okay, I saved it. We're good. Oh, I almost got bodied there, being goofy. I was like, why can't I pick up stuff?
Okay. Hold my breath.
I know. Let's do this. Oh no. Not starting strong. Get these men out of here. Get that. And we're out. Alright. Shut up.
Way ahead of you.
No! I can't outsmart you. You're the only thing stopping me. Button smashing. No! I have to have this. You can't take this from me. No! Damn it! Oh my gosh. I can't believe I dropped it on this fucking fight. And I just blew shell word. I'm so sorry.
It happens.
Oh no. It's still close. I can go for it.
Come on. Oh,
No,
it's right there.
the head! It messed me up! But it is a new PB nonetheless.
That Ladies and gentlemen, that is a
It's a new PB,
PB right here. 30:07.
No, but it could have been lower is the problem. I have to do it again.
Well, see,
I don't have a choice.
Vanessa,
What?
the thing is, we can do it again because we have time for one more run. But before we get into it, I'm sorry. We're going to take one more break to cool off from that. But
I'm so bitter. I could have got 28. I hate my life.
Hey, we're now
like
within 7 seconds of the sub 30, but congratulations on that. But before we go to the break, just a reminder, everybody. So your subs and bits really help support our weekly hotfix content. So please consider supporting our daily content by subscribing or cheering. Of course, nothing's ever required. The most important thing for us as well is just you all being here and having a good time watching quality speedruns from amazing people like Vanessa here. But quick stretch break.
I'm gonna be bitter forever because if I would have got a one cycle, I could have got 28 minutes. It's okay.
But we got one more for you, Vanessa. You can just go back. You can get the better dragon tape. You can go through everything. It's gonna be awesome. I believe in the sub 30 for this next run.
I do too.
But let's go cool off. Close. Maybe get some more shoju.
Yeah, I was gonna say I need to I need to just mellow because literally I saw that it said 28 on the fight and I was like, oh my god, I might actually get sub 29 and I just ate it 3 times in a row and I'm so upset with myself. But that's fine. I still got a PB. We're gonna go for another PB after this break.
All right. Yeah. See you all soon. Get up and stretch, deep breaths, and don't go anywhere. Vanessa's about to get that sub 30, I believe it.
I want it.
And welcome back, everybody, to PB Precipice. We're just off the heels of a new PB for Vanessa, but she is not happy with that. Not happy at all. In fact,
no.
She's pissed that it wasn't a better time. Because, if there's anything you know about speedrunners, is you'll have someone get the world record. The run was trash, but I guess I'll take it. I'm just mad at this run. I'm so mad that this run wasn't better.
Though.
We could do it, but
it's true though because I completely there's that part of me that's ecstatic because I'm 2 weeks ago, at the beginning of September, not September, this is February. At the beginning of February, when I did the first speedrun Saturday, I took almost an hour and 15 minutes to get through the game. And I was like, oh my God, I am actually retired. I'm the worst. So to 2 weeks later, get back to my previous year's PB of 32 minutes felt good. But now just seeing the shaves happening, I'm like, this is it. We're speedrunning, boyos. It's happening.
Live speedrunning right here. Yeah. I have a question. One very quick question. We have one more run, just one more full run, no reset we can do here. When you have the game paused, does that count towards the timer still? You're in the menu screen and all that?
The in-game timer? No.
Okay. All right. Because I'm about to say you're on that menu screen for about 7 seconds.
Yeah, it doesn't count in the in-game timer. I know for a recording, they want it to be no pauses, and I just have to pray that nails percent doesn't come through. But we only had one incident of nails percent, so I'm proud of that.
All right.
I'm proud of that.
Excellent. Well, I'm not going to, keep you any further from getting the salty run back here.
I want it.
For another PB, just a better PB. Can we PB twice on the show?
I want my sub 30. I've PB'd twice in the last 2 days. So we have to go for third time's a charm, right?
Absolutely. This is going to be the one. Sub 30.
We can do this, team. We can do this. I just have to be mindful of my button presses. I might be more quiet on this run, just as an FYI, because I do tend to get quiet when I'm focused.
At any point, if you need me to just shut up and stop talking because I'm being annoying, feel free to say, hey, fan, you're being annoying. I'd like some quiet time.
I don't know that I could ever be one. I don't think I could ever be someone that I have to be in absolute silence. But we'll see. You'll know if I just you ask me something and it's the 10,000 mile stare and I don't answer. It's okay.
I'll understand.
She's
I'll understand that. She's in hard focused mode.
Yeah, it's one of those things. Are you kidding? I have to start that over. I'm not doing it.
That's good. You got time. You still got time.
I was like, I'm starting that over. I am not letting that go in. That was boo-boo. That was boo-boo. Also, my headphones are doing weird things. There we go. We could take some time to just talk about how the saddest part of the speedrun for me, very honestly and earnestly, is that I don't get to listen to the OST more. Because, I mean, when I say I love this album, I love this album. The first half of it especially is just like banger central.
I don't want to distract you too much in this early game, but chat brought up a good point. I just noticed this on your camera, how awesome like your microphone boom arm is with all the flowers. Like, how cool is that?
Yeah, I adore and love cherry blossom. I actually have a couple of cherry blossom tattoos.
Ooh.
But one of them, okay, I'm just gonna go this way. One of them I am gonna get covered up because it kind of faded because it's on my ankle. And but I'm gonna get it redone with more cherry blossoms and then the pygmy from Breath of Fire 3. Because Breath of Fire 3 is my all-time favorite JRPG, but then also I just really like the aesthetic of cherry blossoms, and then apparently in some cultures they're associated with education. I gotta start that over again. This will be the last one. Because I want to at least get a minute on the first area to get a good start going. Like, I hate having a death on the first area. Like, the first 2 areas is usually where I'm like, I want those be 0 deaths consistently. But yeah, depending on who you talk to, I know that they're very, very relevant in Japanese culture. They're apparently relevant in a lot of Buddhist culture as well. And I heard through a little birdie that they are also aligned with education and knowledge, which is funny because once upon a time I was a college professor.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that about you.
I actually really like teaching a lot. I hate the politics around teaching. It makes me like want to jump in a car fighter. But I was a teacher for Photoshop and Illustrator. I'm just gonna take that and deal with it.
Cool. Yeah, someone who also does teaching for a university, I understand fully where you're coming from.
Mm-hmm. I'm always impressed too, like when I find out little blurbs and information about different people on GDQ's channel at large. There we go. I'll just go ahead and take the time loss on that because I can recover it elsewhere, I believe.
They can reattach that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just that'll be fine. Mm-hmm.
God, the quad kill always feels good. But yeah, I think that the thing that's funny is finding out how many people who are speedrunners who are also educators. So I found out over time that like Frozen Flygon, a GDQ popular and Sweet Bean, Celeste Runner, if you don't know her, absolutely fantastic.
Wonderful person, yep.
Also does tutoring of the math, and I was like, yes, math gays represent. Adef, who is not with us today due to illness, who has a master's in physics, I believe.
Yeah, physics.
And like it's weird because it feels like this weird commune where it's like, if you need tutors, just go to the speedrunners. You know? Because my master's degree, part of why I was a teacher, my master's is in data analytics and research. So this is also part of why I'm a very, very like heavily analytical person when it comes to looking at speedruns, figuring out how things work, what makes things tick, and then additionally just why I'm very, very adamant about being like, I want to understand exactly how this works. We just got nails percent.
Nails percent, keep track of it. That's one. I'm gonna be keeping track this whole run.
Mm-hmm. And I'm losing things on like silly stuff. I'm losing on silly stuff. I actually had 2 dudes chase me that time. Get out of here. Y'all are messing up my run. I'm losing time on goofy things.
All right, I will say I'm gonna give you 1 more minute, and that's where I'm gonna do the cutoff for no new attempts, and we'll take whatever it is forward.
Nah, it's fine.
If we're going forward, this is it.
Right, I would say I'm gonna go ahead and move with it.
All right, good luck.
Because that's the other thing is like just in general, I have to not pause it all the time. And And then this is the one big time loss I know I'm gonna have in the club, but that's fine because if we got through there on the first attempt, that's something I can still manage and deal with. Also, we don't let doors kills us. Uh-oh. Yeah, I was gonna say, just go ahead and kill me, dude. I deserve that.
Big shout outs as well to all the teachers out there. You know,
Yeah.
a lot of times underappreciated, but I want you to know you are appreciated for the work that you all do.
We love our teachers in the wine cellar. We actually have one of my mods is also a teacher. And like I said, I used to teach at the college level. I taught graphic design, specifically Photoshop and Illustrator. So my original dream was to be in video game character concept art. Whenever these dudes actually block the cleaver with their face, it literally caused me anxiety.
That doesn't
Like,
seem to make too much sense. Like, blocking the cleaver with the face, I feel like that would end poorly for the blocker.
You know, but some people are just into that, right?
Yeah, I won't judge.
I'm not gonna sit here and judge you. I am not a judgy McJudgerton. It's not my place. But at the same time, why are you blocking this with your face? Hello? What are you doing? Okay, well, that guy accidentally died. But we're still gonna just wait for this dude.
I saw him run by. Right.
Yeah.
There he is. Okay,
I'm
yeah.
gonna
Okay,
have to
he was still making his way.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to, thank you so much for people in chat who pointed out some of the things that help proc it. I'm gonna have to just sit down in that section and lab it out so that I can get better about how to proc it, because if I can get him procced at the top like a lot of the higher tier runners do, that'll be a huge help. Something else that I kind of want to point out about learning speedruns and deciding what strats work best for you. Always go with the strats that I feel like it just works for your play style. If it's something that you're finding you're miserable learning, then maybe that's not the strat you want. And again, speedrunning doesn't always have to be about going for the world record. It doesn't have to be about, oh, if I'm not doing it as fast as possible, why am I playing it? Because you're challenging yourself. This is why I have a mishmash of beginner tech along with advanced tech, because some of the advanced tech, very earnestly and honestly, I just feel comfortable doing. And that's important information for knowing how you as an individual run your speedrun games. Because if you try to jump in and just do nothing but advanced tech, I will guarantee you that you will be miserable. I can promise it, actually. But like, you have to really just decide what techs work best for you. It's one of the reasons why, like, even though this Chapel of Doom has a really, really dope swag strat, I am okay conceding that I only know how to do half of it. And as time passes, maybe I will give it some time to learn how to do the second half, but right now it's just not a high priority for me because I'm doing my speedrun where I'm comfortable, but then additionally, I'm still having fun with my speedrun. Like, I love doing this speedrun. I absolutely adore it. And I think that it wouldn't have the same impact if all I was focused on is, but why can't I just do all the best strats? And it's because it takes time. It takes time. It absolutely 100% takes time, and oh my gosh, that was weird. It takes time to learn the stuff, to figure out where you're gonna go, how you want to improve, and then it's also okay to really give yourself like your own little miniature W's. I say miniature W's like the fact that I can do half the swag strat, that's my miniature W. Because that swag strat in particular is also its own type of challenging. It's not necessarily like really easy because you have to really understand placement in the game along with when you have to force yourself to neutral out. I went on a really long diatribe there, but that's like just like how I am in general. So if you like long diatribes and meaningful things that come up every now and again out of absolutely nowhere, follow my channel.
Yes, absolutely. I'll go plug it again. There we go. Everybody deserves to follow this person.
Oh no.
Should be followed. But on the topic of like, getting really excited about like doing half of a strat, I like when, people pop off, seeing like a world record holder going through and doing like the hardest strat and executing it first try. But I equally love seeing like a new runner like learn like a more basic strategy, even if it's not the most complicated thing, and they get it, and then they're super excited about it. It just fills me with everything.
Well, yeah, it's kind of why like I have a lot of excitement for the Dragon Tape, because I know full on and well, just from how it feels and how it looks, it is a very, very high level, all the runners who have less than like 20 minutes run it type of strat energy to it. And I just like doing it because A, it's fast, obviously, but then B, it's like super duper dope. I think it's super dope. And that's the type of stuff that I'm willing to like put my energy towards. But then there's other strats in some of these areas, like this area has one, for example, where I go with the safety strat because of the fact that I'm not that clean with it. So I go the safe route where I just obfuscate? No, I can't say that word, but I think people know what I'm saying. I just kind of cloud everything up and then it gives me those free kills.
Yeah,
there is a way to do it.
Yep.
Yeah, I was like, sometimes I words well. Oftentimes I don't know how to words. It's amazing that I write because my words are all over and everywhere, oftentimes. There are 3 times in that room I should have died. I just want everyone to know that. There are 3 separate times in that room I should have absolutely ate garbage.
Good choice of words there, Vanessa.
I got you. I try to be better about it. I'll try to be better about this stuff. Oh wow, you hit me with a straight wreck? I love that from me. Thanks, V. Bye, V. Alright, let's do this. This is where it starts to get a little rough for me, and I'm very aware of it. And that first hit always gets me. I wonder if there's value in restarting that room. Like when you first pop in, and maybe just avoid the death out the box. That works. Whew. It was a little sloppy. I kind of threw it into the sky, but that's fine.
You didn't fall in the pit this time. Yeah.
I hit a smooth YOLO.
I like how you don't even let them finish the sentence and don't move a muscle. Like, oh, I'm moving right now.
I'm moving. We're speed running, sir. This is a Wendy's. I have to move. Like literally, it's a case of move or die.
I didn't know Wendy's was like that, but you know, haven't been to one in a while.
Sir, this is a Burger King. Like it's really just depending on where you want to eat. That's like one of my favorite things to say is like, sir, this is a Wendy's. I know that you're angry and that's cool and I respect it. However, if I'm being brutally honest, I don't respect it at all. Sir, I need you to like, maybe a heckin' dang don't. So yeah, this is one of the rooms that I need to work on. I also just like jumping on that wall in general. I think it's fun.
Yeah, I was wondering if that was like, is this like bringing the guy over or is this just for fun?
No, that's for fun. I like bouncing between there just in general.
I approve. Whenever you're waiting for something in the speedrun and like you know what? I'm just killing time here. Let's do something fun.
Yeah, absolutely. That's another thing about speedruns. Please, for the love of everything, make sure the run you're doing, you're having fun. Like, few things make me as sad as seeing people who do challenge runs, speed runs, or I'll even go more plain and say things like Danky Souls, and they're just having a miserable time. Hey, we love Danky Souls at the Wine Cellar.
Just
okay?
like it reminded me of something funny. So.
It's just we enjoy our Danky Souls, we love our Danky Souls, but ultimately, please, if there's anything you take from me babbling while I'm trying to do any attempt at a PB, have fun in the stuff you're doing. Dear God.
Yeah, good kill there. Good kill on that boss.
Yeah, that was nice and clean.
As far as I could tell.
Oh yeah, that was nice and clean. There are some things that could have been done better, but we're Gucci. We're in good shape. I'm gonna throw a bottle at Batman because he doesn't need to be here. Oh no, this man is here though. Oh no, he shot me in my butt cheeks.
You chuck the bottle, the guy just explodes. Like, I can't.
Yeah, I love it. It's like one of the best and most nonsensical things in the world every time. No, get that wrench out of here. You get out of here with your wrench. I also like to sometimes destroy the cones just to make people uncomfortable.
I'm assuming hitting the cone does not affect your momentum.
No, not even a little bit. Not even an attempt at it. It's just there for the sake of being there. I think I'm
Yeah,
gonna
so I
continue
think-
to let this dude at the top just eat it to a car.
Trying
Oh,
to make
no.
sense of all of this about, all the power these items have. I'm just thinking, like, in this universe, like, gravity is like 10 times what it is normally. And,
Oh, yeah,
like,
it's
everything
great.
is just so much more dense, and your character's just ultra strong and can throw it like a regular object, but when it impacts, the human body just doesn't hold up against that kind of pressure.
It's really the part where you have to highlight, oh wow, you got hit by a car. I hate that for you. It's really the part where you have to highlight that these are things like basic bottles too. Like these aren't reinforced metal objects. These aren't even pipes. They aren't clubs. They are 150% just an IBC cream soda bottle that you found on the street. And you say, you know what? This is a weapon now. And it just is like, wow, I didn't know that just a simple bottle throw would end their life in this magnitude. Wow-wee. Wonderful. Incredible even. No! So I wasn't close enough. I'm still not close enough. Now I'm close enough.
It is one of those games where you can reflect missiles coming out of a helicopter, so yeah.
Yeah, well, I love that it's a helicopter, and you would think that V at this stage would be smart enough to do something like, hey, you know what sounds good? A heckin' dang rocket launcher. Does he get a rocket launcher? No. Instead...
You already have a sword. It's the perfect weapon. It doesn't get better than that.
Well, but you would think that with V trying to kill you in particular, it's the part where it's like, but what if you just got a rocket launcher and shot it at the car, or at the motorcycle? But also, you know that the devs would probably let us like just straight up 100% reflect the missile,
But
and
what
that
if
would be hilarious.
you do get the rocket launcher, but you don't fire it, you just throw the rocket launcher, right?
I'm okay with it. Actually, I approve of that. I don't know what happened there. There we go. Oh my gosh, that room was clean, thank goodness. That room has a tendency to not be so clean for me. Thank you for coming down, sir. Your patronage is appreciated.
They knew it was a Wendy's. Like, okay, I'm not messing around.
Yeah. Like, sir,
This
I
stream
cannot...
is not brought to you by Wendy's. I just want to...
We are not affiliated or associated with Wendy's in any magnitude, just so it's clear. Bollocks. I tried to save it and instead was botching it. That was weird. Oh, that wasn't weird. That one I understood exactly what happened. Come on now. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. I didn't realize I could go down there. I don't think I've ever been down there.
Is
That was
this
strange.
on the count of that's never happened before, up to like
Yes,
5?
that is part of the that's never happened before counter. Oh gosh, and now I'm just having buttery fingers. There we go. I was say we need this to go down. I was going every which direction except down. Oh no, I was say I knew I was gonna die. That works. Best room. Nope, that was my mess up. I turned around too quickly.
Since we're skipping most of the story here, I do want to know, why are all these SWAT vans coming after you? Is like all the police just coming in left and right?
You know, there's a couple of ways we can answer that, but brutally honestly speaking, oh, you're a bammer. Brutally honestly speaking, it has a lot more to do with just like, so in the story, as you're progressing, there's this whole little thing that happens where, as you're reporting back to your psychiatrist and whatnot, they're talking about all the people that the dragon is killing. And so as a result, that's why you see in the tape and stuff too, they're talking about beefing up security, even though this is a completely different conversation. And now you have the cops after you because you've been, what's the word I want there? What's the word I want there? I don't know the word I want.
You got through that room first try again. Let's go.
I'm trying not to think about it. There's a lot going on here. Okay. I don't know why that man didn't aggro. Oh no, I almost had it. I had like the recover of the century there. All right, well now we're back in this hell. Nope, you gotta die, sir. Okay. Nope, I knew that was gonna happen. I should have reset. Oh! Oh, sir! Oh no, I'm swinging too soon. That's what's happening. I need you to prompt, please, sir. Thank you. Oh, I don't know if I agree with that game, but okay. I don't know if I agree with that either. One thing that is jarring about this run is trying to ID when you die on something, because you'll hear the reflect, but you're not sure where you died because you heard the reflect. All right, let's do this, get out here. Also, something that's important, whenever you use your dash on Dragon, you automatically go on a cooldown, and that cooldown means you can't do anything but move. So you can't even slash and defend yourself. So whenever you see that red bar that's kind of over his head, that's his that's kind of like the prompt that you are on cooldown. So you have to just kind of be a sitting duck if you're by enemies, and it's terrifying. Oh no, get out of here. Alright, get these men out of here. I don't know if I agree with that, but sure. Okay, there's a lot of weird that's happening. Let's stop here. I want to play that safe.
Don't want to become a pancake too early.
Right. As much as I love a good pancake, I don't want to become a pancake. Becoming a pancake, not ideal. Eating pancakes, 100% on board with that, and I endorse it.
But what about crepes?
Oh, I do love a good crepe. Now, time out. Now you're in the territory of things I enjoy. I'm gonna play this safe really fast, because the nice thing about the bombs, it automatically, like, you can just let it sit there, and you'll let it, just blow them up. That man just like was not even remotely bothered by the fact that a cleaver came flying through that door.
Must have been the winds.
Wind percent maybe? Oh no. Yeah, I was gonna say I'm gonna take the L on that. I also love their like perpetual confused faces of being like, what happened? Did you see Leroy just kind of dissipate into the wind? I did. You know what happened? Not a clue. And they just kind of roll with it. It's really, really hilarious in my opinion.
It's like those games where you have any sort of teleport mechanic and you do it in front of an NPC and it's like, oh, they're gone now.
What happened? We're very confused. It's just the funniest thing to me. So there's actually 2 knobs down there that are very, very important. And they're important because of the fact that one of them turns on the entire contraption, which is important for movement. I don't know why that's delaying so bad now. One of them is very important for movement. The other one just like legitimately reverses the direction of the conveyor bolt. But that's also, I didn't mean to actually showcase that. If they're not paying attention, they can also die to that little squisher. And they all immediately get freaked out like, what happened? And it's like, it's pretty evident what happened. Dude got squished.
Why is that even there, you know?
Right, it's like, but the better question you should be asking is who like greenlit this? Who said that it was smart to put that there? Is what you should be
I don't think this is
yourself.
OSHA approved.
At all. There's many things in this game that are like, OSHA is probably, if not definitely, molding. Oh, boo urns. That was interesting. I accidentally was holding on a diagonal a lot. those in. Kill you. Kill you. I have a lamp. And now that's one. Now we're out. Alright, so we want to get about here.
How precise is that lineup you're doing before you start the dashes? Are we talking
if
pixels?
you have a little bit more,
or-
it's a matter of pixels because those cameras up above, I'm gonna cut the wire so I can kind of show it to you. That camera up above.
No, go. You're on
No. I already knew that it was fine. But the camera up above is really, really rough because it's got like, I want to say it's coned. I think it's a cone. I could be way wrong on that.
It makes sense.
And so if it sees you, it is like a case of like teeny tiny pixels. Oh, boo.
Yeah, I want people to realize like it looks like nothing is happening in those rooms, but it's like precise positioning and movement to make it look like nothing's happening.
Yeah. Oops. Uh-oh. I've been doing this clean all day except for now. All right, we're good. The nice thing about dying in this area is that there are time losses, but you can kind of make those time losses work in your favor because it's all just really fast resetting. So you don't have to sit there and stare at the screen and be like, oh no, what's happening?
Being told it is more like a laser, but for future reference.
Mm-hmm. Why are you always turned around? I don't know that I agree with that. No, I'm gonna restart that.
This doesn't seem like Shotgun Bro cares if you agree with it or not.
Well, he can die. That's fine. Oh my gosh, I'm dying to goofy things now. So, really, you turned around? Alright, we're gonna do this. There. Because he is, like, just being a nuisance.
Thanks.
Absolutely.
Shout out Shotgun Bro being a nuisance yet again.
And then this is the fun room. This is actually a really story-heavy room because you find out that you are not only in the military and you are out here being literally a terrible person, but also that you are manufactured more or less. So, like, it's one of those cases where, oh no, military things, you're injected with drugs that are literally your life depending on now. And these are the other people that are in tubes that are going to be upcoming folks that are going to be part of those experiments and whatnot. It's quite terrifying. It's actually quite terrible. Okay. No, I got hit by shield, bro. Nope, I knew that was gonna happen. So this is probably where I get most of my time lost. Just move that back.
Yeah, as a casual observer, this room just looks impossible to me.
Yeah, it's a rough room. And there's a lot of strats for it. There's a ton of strats for it because they all are just, it's, like I said, it's a rough room. And Shotgun Bro is consistently the reason I am, like, eating it on here. That's not what I wanted. And I'm hitting the wall now. But if I get up there, I'm just gonna recover from it and make do where I can. I don't know that I want that bottle then. I'm in the process of trying to do the PB thing, but also, like, still trying to figure out best case scenarios. Get that man out of here. No! You know what? We'll take that. There we go. We're out of here.
There we go. All right.
We're out of here. Now we're on the worst section. Oops. Butt ruckers. Also, I can catch some of the blue shield words if I'm really thinking about it. I love that this man just like stops. All right, we're out of this
All right,
room.
good.
There's 2 rough rooms that are coming up. It's not this one. We're gonna get our gun that we know we throw. Get rid of these men. Throw that. Oh no. It's because I accidentally did too much movement. Fudge. Oh no.
Is this where I should be saying neutral?
This is not a neutral problem, luckily. This is a Vanessa is getting very exasperated at herself problem. Because I should actually try to do this and turn off the timer at some point and see how I perform. Because this is going to be the rough room that I'm in. Because this is the room that messes me up the most. I don't know why that man didn't aggro, but I know why that one shot me. I'm going too fast. Oh no.
That was a classic problem. You're too fast. You're getting too good.
Right, too fast, 5 me. I think I sadly had a couple of mistakes here, but I'm going to be interested in seeing what some of my improved areas are going to be. Also, these men make me the most irritated because they actually will post up on you and be like, oh yeah, this is fine. And then you could be that guy that's just standing there. So this is where we wanted to be ideally. We're not going to get the under 30, but it still was a good run.
Still better than you were at some point yesterday before you PB'd.
Yes, I will say there's going to be a couple of segments I'm going to be really interested to see how I did better on them. And then there's a couple of like goofy things that I lost time on, just being a doofus. But that's okay. I know that it's possible, and that is honestly enough despite my responses earlier of being a weirdo that's just like, I could be better. And that's the one we needed for the last run.
Oh, that was pretty clean there. Excellent work.
That was actually really, really nice. Oh no, until I do stuff like that. I didn't grab her head. So I'm not upset about it. It's still under the 31-minute marker. And
One thing this does show, consistency. This is like the 3rd run where you've gotten in this range. And they just keep on coming. So, keeping the practice up, I feel like you're going to be getting that time down way faster.
I mean, I want it. I'm such a stubborn mule too. I want it. And I could feel it towards the end. The bunker, I started messing up a bunch. Yeah, you can see it. Slaughterhouse and bunker, I started messing up a little bit. And then the dragon tape, I want my minute back, but I'm not going to be upset if I have time loss on the dragon tape. But nonetheless, I'm not upset about any of these because, again, I put this down for a year and then I had to come back. And I was like, oh my gosh, what if I'm terrible at this? So being back to where I was doesn't make me too terribly upset, but now it's just a case of 1 through 7, chapters 1 through 7, I'm starting to feel much more consistent on. It's 8 through 11. It is literally dragon tape forward that I have to man mode it. I had to do it.
Now I want to correct there. You said, you're back to where you were, and that's a lie. Don't lie to yourself. You are now better than you ever were before. Because as of today, you got that new PB. You are now past that.
It's true.
Don't undersell yourself like that. You have gotten better than you ever have. Today was the best we've ever seen you run this game. I think that's awesome.
I think you're right though, because I didn't think about that. Yeah, I did 2 hours straight and I got 3 consistent under 32 runs. I actually got, of those 3 runs, 2 were under 30 minutes. Or not under 30 minutes, under 31.
In 30, 30XX, yeah.
Yeah, it's 30XX. So yeah, I can take that W. I can say
Yeah,
that.
that's a huge W, yes. And
But
I
I
just
want
think
my 25.
that's so good. I'm so happy for you. So.
But I want my 25 is the problem.
Yeah, it's like,
Like-
nah, we're not happy. Not happy. Run was bad. You know, you're the. It's just
Oh yeah,
the
I'm not
classic
gonna be
speedrunner
like, oh,
thing.
this is a garbage run. This is a trash run, and we shouldn't even count it. No, I think I can add that to it. I feel good about today. I feel good about
Wow.
today.
Yeah, I think this is an awesome showcase overall of just like self improvements over time, and I'm stoked that we got at least one PB. It's like I say that like I'm being, you know, I was like, oh, only one PB in this 3-hour show.
If I didn't, but here's the rub: if I didn't PB yesterday, it would have been 3 PBs.
Three
Pass
PBs
Vanessa,
today, yeah.
Please. Pass Vanessa, please.
You set
But
the
yeah.
bar too high for yourself the day before. Well,
And I'm short. I'm short to boot. I'm setting it up like 6 feet, knowing I'm 5'3". Like, I can't reach this. And it's like, but why'd you put it there?
wow. Well, Vanessa, thank you so much for coming up today again. Sorry I had to sub in last minute here for ADEF, but hope you had a good time anyway, as well as everybody watching. So ADEF will be back on the next episode of PB Precipice. This is probably my only time here. So
Oh, no.
hopefully I didn't annoy you all too much and you all enjoyed the show. Thanks for everybody who came out. Vanessa, of course, any final words before we kick it off today?
Oh my gosh. Thank you so much, everybody
yourself,
from the
yeah.
wine cellar who came out. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you, everybody, for watching me as I'm learning and growing my Katana Zero journey. Thank you to the Katana Zero speedrunners who came out to give tips and help and give like some little glaring things that I've been asking questions. You're like, oh, I know that answer. And above all else, thank you, GDQ, not just for having me here, but for having me for UBAF and having me again at Frost Fatales. I'll be hosting that. And as it was said before, if you absolutely want to be banned at Frost Fatales, come in and make puns with your donations, and I will work tirelessly to ban you.
Well, I need to watch how I donate next. I don't want to be banned. That would scare me.
I'm not going to
Anyway,
ban anybody.
good.
I'm just going to stare at them very angrily.
Stare at them is like, you know, make them do a self timeout, right? No, leave the stream for a little bit, come back in. Yeah. All right, yeah, Frost Fatales next week. That is starting February 27th. That's literally a week
Yes.
from today, starting on the Sunday. I'm super excited for it. It's always a good time. But that is going to be it for Hotfix today. But you know, make sure to tune in tomorrow, starting at 7 p.m. Eastern, for Awfully Silly, which is a show about silly and awful games. And after that, it's That's Never Happened Before, which, you know, we got a couple of those in today's stream, which is a show where guests come on and explain how glitches in speedruns work. So Super Glitch Runs, Kung Fu Fruit Cup hosts that. It's a wonderful show. But until then, again, if you haven't already followed Vanessa, the link's still there in chat. Definitely do it. I've been Fance. You can see me on twitch.tv/Fant_TV, but the show's not about me. It's about Vanessa today. So do that first. And I think that's going to wrap it up today. So thanks again, everyone, so much for watching. And we'll see you next time on PB Precipice.
Thanks, everybody.